all depends on, what you guys do, right?
What do you mean there's not going to be combat tonight?
There shouldn't be any combat tonight.
You watch. I would make combat happen.
I kind of believe you, and Hope will definitely murder you.
We have proven that Hope cannot stop.
Oh no! Oh no! Oh no!
Oh yeah, it's the thing. Veto is the undisputed 1v1 champion. Additionally, there is no one that can see through the darkness that is consuming.
Now that Nimnil's gone.
I don't know. God might be able to.
No. You are unable to, sir.
I assume he means devil's sight to be able to see through his smoke cloud thing.
I understand what he meant.
Oh, okay. I know these dudes. Ellendir even told me hard stop at 8:30. I can't stay up late tonight. And then
Well, what
he's
about
late.
a hard start?
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. Fucking cute. I guess I need to call him as long as we're waiting on everybody anyway.
I mean, it's almost to the point where we're gonna have to be like, hey, we're gonna have to have one shots ready to happen when these people don't show up.
Yeah, I definitely need to get Adventure Society going for that reason. I mean,
And hopefully,
Hope is here.
he's just making popcorn.
mm-hmm.
Is this dude not answering his phone now?
Your call has been forwarded to an automated voice messaging system.
Uh-oh.
You're late. All right, later. He fell asleep and he's coming.
Grog?
Exact words. Exact words.
Wow.
Family friendly stream. Hello. How dare you?
At least he didn't fall asleep because he came.
It's not usually how it works.
What?
What?
I failed after philosophy.
Hey, there's a grog.
Is he groggy?
You upset him.
Froggy the Froggy? I think he needs to turn from a goat into a frog.
Sure.
He's back.
Test.
We hear you.
Go.
Yes, we can hear you now.
Can't hear anymore.
Oh,
He
boy.
can't hear us, apparently.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello?
There we go. I got everyone. Sorry.
Yay.
Continue. I'm sorry I'm late. I've had a
You
really long day.
You had better create a good excuse full of fantasy and excitement and adventure.
Adventure!
Oh. We still missing someone?
Yeah, 2 people.
Hope is
There.
making popcorn, and Ellendeer. I don't know what's going on with Ellendeer.
I have
Supposed to be
no
here.
idea what went on in the IC threads.
It's a good thing that I start every session with a recap, isn't it?
Yeah.
Even if I've been failing at writing them for months now.
You're back.
No.
Right? Well, I guess I don't have to worry about how far you guys will get tonight against what I prepped. With
Yeah, we ain't getting anywhere, are we?
on. All right, Ellendeer went green bubble. Hopefully that's a good sign.
Nick, do you know that Veto has Stu's picture, by the way?
What do you mean?
Oh, I see. You're fixing it on the stream, I think.
Oh, hold on. It didn't update properly. Portraits are misaligned. Let me figure out. Because there should be a position that you're at. Oh, I know why. I know. Uh, I know why. Okay, calm down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's try putting numbers where they belong. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Not 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8.
Looks better.
Let's see. We're just waiting on Kurt to get back now from making 2 bags of popcorn.
We also need Ellendeer here.
Ellendeer is here. I mean,
I'm here.
yeah, there he is.
Apologize, my son's computer will not turn on.
Oh boy.
So, Ellendeer, what's this about you starting crap?
Well, I mean, I think Stu should start us off in this discussion.
I don't think so. I think you started some shit.
Oh man, I think Stu's just scared, but it's like I'll respect Stu's wishes and just leave it at that.
Okay, I am back.
Welcome back.
Thank God. Welcome back, Cope.
Do we have everyone? Do I have a Farcon and a
Something
Gad?
happened?
No.
Yeah.
What the heck?
Oh,
Let's
Don't
just
worry
move
about
on.
Okay.
Several things
Farcon's
have happened.
present. Gad, you're present.
Glad that everyone already rolled initiative.
All right. Welcome
I saw that.
everybody. Welcome everybody to session 22 of the Hellfire Club. As a recap, last session you all came across a gnome in a clearing where Grog had led you all chasing whispers that he had been hearing. He had relayed a little bit of that to Gad, but you know, Gad was being conservative and not trying to burn extra spell slots talking to a crazy goat. But the party did opt to stay with him. There was a little bit of debate, but you guys decided to all stick together when Gad decided he was sticking it out with the goat.
I'm not sure that's how it happened.
I mean, I recall you threatening to kill the goat, so I don't know. or seriously maim the goat.
I'm down
It
for
was
some
something like
party
that.
food.
It was something like that. But anyway, there was singing as you all approached and you came near a clearing. The party all took positions kind of on the side of that clearing, waiting, which was the smart move. I mean, you didn't know what was there, and you basically had cover, right? And a gnome appeared on the other side of the clearing with 3 small cat-sized dragons with butterfly wings. You now know they're fairy dragons. One was on his shoulders, and the other 2 were kind of like flying and dancing and swirling through the air around him as he sang and played for them on a yarding. The goat immediately ran out there, identifying this as the source of the whispers he was hearing, right? Do we have the goat, or did he go back to sleep on us? Grog?
I'm here.
Okay,
I'm trying
good.
to read things.
I'm just making sure. Anyway, you all chatted with this gnome for a moment. His name was Jeffus. He was from a world called Eberron and had been tricked and lost in the Fae. He wound up befriending these fairy dragons and making a bargain with them to act as his guide and help him get back to the material plane. And he did in fact have a broken piece of pipe that he had found in the Feywild on him, which is clearly what Grog was after and somehow seemed to sense from far away. And in exchange for helping him clear out or acquire what he needed from Larcoon's workshop, where the party was already headed, he agreed to hand over the pipe. And so the party then, went with him and his dragon friends towards Larcoon's workshop. As you all approached, Elandir went and scouted and happened to see Nimnil in there with Vulcan Aranis, the drow, that was in a pact with Elithris, the Archfey, whose domain you all have been trapped in this entire time. There were multiple portals open to different wilderness locations, different environments from what you could tell. And I believe Elandir even saw some bandits throw a tabaxi, unconscious tabaxi, through one of those portals before he went back and reported to the party. So the party moved in. Jeffus and his dragons opted to hang back. And as you all approached, Nimnil spotted something approaching. It seemed that Nimnil was now not only alive, but in cahoots with Elithris and Vulcan. And Nimnil cast something that caused he and Gad to switch places to where Gad was now in the room facing Elithris and Nimnil was outside with the party. Gad then pulled out the flask and drank from it, causing a wild magic surge. A bunch of crazy shit happened, including Hope disappearing into the border ethereal. Elandir was transported to another plane. A fight ensued. What was that?
You transported to the 9 hells.
The 9 hells, yes.
One of the 9 hells.
A fight then ensued. Elandir eventually did get back mid-fight and was kind of flanking and taking shots in from outside. Damn near dropped Nimnil, as I recall. I think 4 of you got incapacitated in this fight with Vulcan Aranis and Nimnil. Nimnil slowly just became more and more despondent, shouting all kinds of crazy shit at the party, and eventually he turned on Vulcan. He blew up. There was a magical contraption of sorts that seemed to be siphoning power from a imprisoned celestial quaddle and using it to hold open multiple unstable portals. I think there were 5 or 6 unstable portals that people were being thrown through and turned into goats. And when Nimnil turned on Vulcan and blew up that contraption, he jumped into the tank and fed himself to the quaddle. It then, regained energy and essence and escaped and basically attacked and killed Vulcan before flying off. Though, truth be told, as Veto called out there, kill steal. Y'all were on the verge of dropping Vulcan anyway. He was definitely on his last leg there, and with Hope back and healing and bringing raising people back from being incapacitated and making death rolls. I mean, Vulcan's numbers were, but you never know. He had some nasty stuff as well. He in his last breath, he might have might have killed several of you. It's hard to say. So it's probably for the best that Quaddle, just squished him into a bloody pile of nothing. So then, as the battle ended, Jeffus ran in, and he and his dragons began rifling through stuff. Gad had some conversation with him. It was mostly in Sylvan. Several of you overheard it. But from what you all were able to tell in the room, Gad had indicated some objects that may have been of interest to Jeffus, and he went and, in fact, where's Albert? Let me pull up our scene here. Nope. Yes, that is it. Okay. There were some crystal orbs that were part of that contraption that was being used to hold open the unstable portals. This was on the west side of the room. Let me sync the map for you all and get you over here. Everyone that's on Owlbear here, so you can see this is where the bonfire was that blew stuff up. This is where the tank was, roughly where Nimnil died. Hey, look, there's Nimnil's corpse, but he got eaten whole, so he's gone. And it was these orbs. Of the 4, 1 was broken, but 3 were there. And I imagine Jeff has said it in Sylvan. I do not recall. It may have just been the conversations with the dragons that were in Sylvan, but he needed basically 3 like equal and like very similar or nearly identical equal in power magical objects. That is what his dragon friends require to help get him home. Gad helped him loosen one of the things talking to him in Sylvan. He acquired all 3 of those objects, and where the IC thread had left off, I'm scrolling all over Discord here. The last crystal orb in hand, Jeffus examines it for a moment before grinning to his dragon friends and handing it off. Well, it's been fun, y'all. We're gonna skedaddle before more baddies show up. Good luck, folks. I'll write a song about you. And with that, he and his friends are headed for the door.
We have a door down just now?
Right? It was somebody posting in Hellfire Club. We all heard the boop there.
I don't have a preference for the dice rolling thing.
Good. Farrakhan had tried to search Velkin. There was nothing left of Velkin. He was like a bloody, pulpy, disgusting mess. And then Farrakhan had started searching. Do you know where in the room you had started searching, Farrakhan?
Just all around, just random, just checking under benches, just checking like every corner.
Okay, I will put you over here on the east side where the portals were, where those tables and the books and scattered papers are.
Yep.
And then let's see. Notes. I have so many notes. The air in Larcoon's workshop feels lighter. The walls look brighter and seem to shift with spring colors, greens, pinks, yellows. Some of the room's brighter atmosphere emanates from bubbles floating above, which begin to glow with luminescent life, tiny ecosystems and worlds contained within. Workbenches against the northwest, north, and northeast walls of the space are covered with half-finished artifacts and trinkets, most defying any conventional sense of logic. The signs of the disarray and ensuing struggle are everywhere. Goats are still milling about the room. There's overturned furniture. There's scattered papers between tables and shelves where the portals were on the east side of the room. There's broken glass and containers and baubles all over the place. The destroyed contraption on the west side of the room that imprisoned the Quaddle and powered the portals still faintly hums with residual magic.
I got one question.
Yes.
Does Grog hear any whispers?
He, just as I told you at the end of the last session, feels
everywhere
like he
and
is
nowhere.
hearing whispers from everywhere and nowhere. Jeffus is working his way towards the door after having said his farewell and gotten what he desired. No input from the party there?
Grog can't talk to him, so Grog will just watch.
Fair enough.
Do like a head
I'm
nod.
not paying attention to him.
Acknowledgement.
Stu
All
will
right.
give a little paw wave at the dragons.
They will acknowledge and wave back. Kindred Fey spirits. Even if Stu is just Fey touched at this point.
You take
With
that.
that, Jeff is. Jeff. With the Stu is Fey touched.
What is up
Stu
there
is
in
definitely
the
Fey touched.
incapacitated?
What is what? A tabaxi. There was a tabaxi thrown through that portal. He was clearly going to get turned into a goat.
Ah.
All right, so
whenever
We should put
he
him out
does
of his
leave,
misery.
oh,
Dark. What was that, Stu?
whenever he does leave, Stu will say we shouldn't be too far behind him. Some minions might show up soon. I forget the
Do you know where exactly the item that we're looking for to prove Lorcan's innocence?
evidence, not item. We shouldn't take anything from here. But evidence.
As Stu says that, I would like to draw everyone's attention to the game table. We're doing something a little unique tonight. We're trying something a little different. We are going to go into a workshop evidence gathering challenge. And I've posted this in the game table so everybody can clearly read it. So if everyone wants to take a look at it as I read through it before I have you all roll initiative, you will all roll initiative. This is going to be a turn-based challenge. However, players may freely speak to one another as much as you like and roleplay throughout the challenge. Players may have freedom of movement on their own term. There's no restriction on your movement during your turn. And during one other person's turn during the round, you can move. Over the course of the round, you can also use your total normal amount of movement speed when it is not your turn. Okay? So on somebody else's turn, you can move around, but for that round, you're limited by your character's normal movement. On your turn, you can move as much as you want. Each player may use roughly 3 actions on their turn, and each player may use roughly 3 reactions during the round. Helping one another or using cantrips like guidance may be done as reactions on another player's turn. Each round will equate to roughly 3 minutes. Roleplay or thoughtful action might bonus your skill checks by a 1d4, 2d4, or 3d4 bonus. Do we have any questions about this framework?
Nope.
I have no idea how Grog's going to participate. You
Can we
can't
do
talk to anyone.
D&D music instead of Severance music?
Oh, yes, I can absolutely do that. Thank you.
Grog's just going to stay
Also, I need
here
to
and
reconnect
watch
to Discord.
everyone.
I'm sure Grog can find a way to participate. Let me. Oh, she can.
What is it, Lassie? Did Billy fall into the well?
There may be a
he
chance
died.
goats are
He died.
maybe going into the water.
Nimdale definitely fell into a tank and died. I mean, I think that tank like broke though. Feywild ambient music. Okay, here we are.
Oh, is the tank broken? I thought you said it was humming with residual magic energy.
The whole contraption is still humming with residual magic energy, but it is like busted. Loop the entire queue. Yes, that is what we want.
How tasty does the water look?
Drink it. I dare you to drink it. Drink it. Drink it. Drink it.
Is this Hope saying this or Kurt saying this? What is
Can
your
I
question,
attempt
sir?
to get all of the goats in the room
This
to
is
follow me?
absolutely Kurt saying this. Drink it.
So if nobody has any questions about the challenge at hand, let's go ahead and have everybody roll initiative.
What's a command for roll initiative? Kurt?
Another one?
Just type
Nat 20.
exclamation C space INIT.
Let's see. Veto's got a
N-I-G?
INIT. That's in Tom.
Okay.
Oh, Veto was 18.
Yeah, like, what are you doing?
I don't know.
I took my numbers to you.
I'm sorry. I didn't
Should
touch
I-
your numbers.
Here, because of your bonus thing, I will roll my bonus here of 44 bonus.
What?
Wait,
no.
we get a bonus? What?
No, no bonus yet. There's bonuses possible. That was what I read in that that description there. I also will remind you all, one time only, after facing and fighting your previous nemesis and defeating Velkan Arenas, everybody was awarded heroic inspiration. The entire party has heroic inspiration. There's not a box I can check for Stu, but Stu has heroic inspiration. All right, so
Ooh.
that is worth remembering as we embark
Damn it,
upon
God.
what lays ahead. Gad had a 7.
Oh, I was about to say, I was like, how the fuck you roll a 23? Like fucking nat 20, and you still outrolled me, you bitch.
A 10. Stu has an 18. Stu entered her 18. Cube entered his 22. Farcon didn't do his, but that's fine. I got you, bro.
Oh man.
Ellen Deer did not get his, but I got you, bro.
We're missing Hope's initiative roll. Oh, never mind. I see it. 10.
Yeah, and I entered it for her. And let's see, and I will roll. Okay.
Is everything supposed to be black?
No, nothing is supposed to be black for you. Let me make sure you have token control of. You're connected as Gad?
The darkness.
That has Gad. Maybe you connected after I sync. Sorry, everyone, for the sync.
Yes.
If that jerks your business around, but I had to get Gad over here, and now we're good.
Look, I didn't set up for this kind of stuff.
So some form, you may want to keep some. Couple of you might want to keep some notes as we go. I'll also say that aside from the heroic inspiration, I'm happy to remind you of the framework for the. In fact, let me forward that to the Hellfire Club channel instead of the game board, so it doesn't get spammed away by dice rolls. That way, you all can easily reference it if you need to while we go. Oh, and sorry, I forgot. I wanted to allow Farcon in the interlude roleplay had actually specified that he was searching, so he's already searching. So you can actually have advantage on your initiative roll, Farcon. You can roll it one more time if you want.
Hey, I'll be searching.
So Gad did start searching, but he stopped to help the Jeffus and the dragons, which reminds me.
Which episode is this? 22?
22, bro. 20 fucking 2.
This is the first episode you didn't start with the episode number. You went straight into the.
I thought I said it, but maybe I didn't.
You did. No, you did.
All right, and I was just fucking.
What you doing to me, Gadley?
Disassociating.
What you doing to me?
I was just disassociating. Can't speak.
Yeah, that's just me today.
And there's there's a note for you in your character channel there, Gad. Okay, so Farcon's sticking with his 16. All right.
Yeah.
Okay, so the goat is up first. And obviously, roleplay, talk about what's happening, but Stu has obviously clearly told you all that just as Jeff has said when he was leaving, baddies may show up. He's out. Stu's kind of reinforced that concern and said you need to hurry, but we got to find some evidence. And the goat's up.
I'm gonna go try to talk to this goat right here in the bottom right corner. I'm assuming that I can talk to him. He speaks goat. I speak goats. You know, goat talk to goat. Yeah.
The goat says food.
Oh, come on. All of these goats are people turned into goats, and he has goat brain. Damn it.
You had goat brain until you came into the Fae. Food.
Aren't we in the Fae?
Yes, but this goat was made in the Fae.
That's also true.
Wow. Alright, well, Grog is going to give up talking to this goat, and instead he's going to start making his way to the other goat that's in the room. I think that's 30. So that's where I.
Well, you can move as much as you want in your turn.
Yeah, you have free movement on your turn.
Oh.
But your actions are limited, but you have more actions than normal. But I'm gonna say you have unlimited speech.
Right. Does this
Basically,
goat have
the whole party does.
any brain cells other than the single one that the other one has?
Hungry.
Home? Where's home?
Ah, yes, yes. Sir, follow me. Follow me. I will take you home.
You take me home?
I will. Yes, I'm like you. I got turned into a goat.
Okay.
Yes.
Home.
Okay, and with that, I will make my way over to this other goat.
As you begin moving your way around the room, the goat gives into a compulsion and rams you in the ass.
Combat.
I don't know how we multiplied into 2 those. No, just a
Gad turns at
I was
us.
like, hold on, there's 2 goats behind me now.
I want to remind you all, the whole party has free dialogue and roleplay during all of this stuff here.
Yeah, so does
Yes,
this
as we
goat
all
have any
speak,
brain
go.
cells?
This is you all are clearly aware that something's happening here.
Grog is going to be more patient than he normally is, and choose. Did I take any damage actually?
I have you at 42 of 49 HP.
You mean for the goat round?
This is no.
Okay, so it was just a tap. Yeah, Grog, whatever. Did we establish if this other goat has any brain cells?
This is
Hello,
a lady goat, and she says, "Hi."
Hi. Are you by chance not supposed to be a goat?
You're handsome, and she turns and presents her backside to you.
Oh my
Hey, what's up?
goodness.
Gad
Oh
will
my
start
goodness.
clapping and give him a thumbs up.
Where's the bard?
Grog immediately turns away, but then does a double take a little bit, but then shakes his head and snaps out of it, and proceeds to walk to the last goat.
This goat does begin following you too, and she will be just continuously hounding you for goat love. Yep.
So
Some
does
goat
he have
love.
to have a save against that?
So far, he just seems to be ignoring it.
Oh my god. A little discouraged, I'm going to approach this last goat in hopes that it is also, potentially sentient.
Food?
Okay, at that, Grog goes back to Gad with my horde of goats, and I just start nagging Gad.
Does this conclude your turn?
I think that's my turn. Let someone else do something.
Ellendir, you're up. You're outside. You did not see the goat business that was
No,
happening.
Ellendir heard minions, and so he went outside to take up a Overwatch position for his usual behavior, and he was just watching for. He followed Jeffus out and took up a observation post to keep the party safe.
Okay, so you're gonna camp outside
until he has reason to not.
Already, that brings us to Stu.
See that I have any sort of investigation as my skills? Would I just do perception?
You could do a perception check. Is there somewhere you're looking in the workshop here?
Yeah, how about I go are these desks over here? desk?
Yeah, that's a table that's covered in like trinkets and baubles and half cooked artifacts.
Sweet.
Before Stu
I'll-
moves, Gad will
Yes.
ask Stu and say, what kind of crimes is Larcoon suspected of committing? Notes. Notes. Where are they?
She goes blank for a second.
As her mind scours the database of the Fae.
Who may recall, and some of the party may recall, and I meant to cover it in the recap, but I was covering a lot. But when you all met Jeffus had said something to you about, because I think somebody had mentioned Larcoon, and he said something about Larcoon turning people into goats.
Mm-hmm.
He was set up. Our boy was
You
set up.
have heard Gad ask Stu this question. Do you recall more, Hope, about what Jeff has said of the current Feywild political
I remember this
situation?
part of the conversation.
They said that Larcoon that it was Larcoon who did all this, but apparently people are saying that hold on. He stated about the goat and everything. I remember that part, but no, I don't remember. I don't remember what else he actually claimed.
I gotcha. I know Stu does know a little bit about this. I believe you have it pinned, Stu.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Why would you believe that?
Stu's eyes and pupils come back from the white abyss. An answer has been found.
I would like to note that we have seen the goat being evident here. We have noticed that the other guy, whatever his name is,
Elithris.
Elithris. We have noticed that with the drow and with the operation that was set up in here, we just need to find evidence of his mark here more than anything else. If we could find such a thing, if we find that, we'll have the evidence.
Of course, can I roll an insight check to know what kind of mark would be used?
For what kind of mark? Give me a little clarity there. Sorry, I was typing and reading and 5 places at once.
More of like
saying...
like the signature of like
Elithris or
Elithris or anything of the drow that was that might signify that it was him who was actually the Crowder did us a bad thing because he killed the fucking drow, and the drow would have had something on him that would have fucking stupid angels.
I mean, if you could have gotten the drow to cooperate as a witness, I feel you though.
Yeah, can I roll an insight check to see what this signature might be?
Give me just 1 second.
What
you can though. You can though. Yes.
I don't know shit. I don't know shit about shit.
Hope gave you guidance, which is what, 1d4?
1d4.
Well, also not going to help. Max I'll have is an 11. So.
Oh.
Hey, it's better than a 7.
Well, I'll roll it. There you go. It's a 10.
Yeah. I mean, that is average.
I have a +6 to insight.
I would have put a DC 10 check on you to notice that Elithris, or I'm sorry, Velkin seemed to wear or display a lot of iconography. There was some on his cloak, though it is now in tatters and bloody, of a thorn crown. And there's a good chance that that
Wait,
is
there was an
actual thorn crown, or there was icons of a thorn crown?
Icons of a crown of thorns.
When I've seen that in my going through of body parts and off and stuff?
You may have been able to make some of it out, but everyone would have seen it more clearly prior to him getting squished. I mean, you guys have run into this guy a couple times now.
I mean, I was standing right next to him.
Yeah. So you all would have seen it then. But I'm saying a DC 10. I will say that is passing for an insight check for you to think that holds a strong connection as a likely mark of Elithris. Yes.
Oh, I mean, you look for that.
Oh, and fucking Nimnel's body is in the fucking.
Yep.
Well, it was eaten whole. He was eaten whole.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
I was
he's in
gonna
the
search
belly.
his body to see if it had the same mark on it.
Ah, I see.
But it is in the belly of the beast.
Quite literally.
Yes.
But yeah, so Stu,
Fucking
whatever.
fraud.
Does
Stu's
have
doing.
any markings on him? As a result of
Okay,
being
there's a
turned
couple
into
answers for you, Stu. I'm sorry. Where were we,
Thank you.
my friends?
Stu was searching the tables.
All right.
Or the
Stu, were you?
northeast desk.
Did I lose Stu by giving her too much to read?
I'm here. Okay.
Like you knocked her
So-
back with that much words.
Words are hard.
That they are.
So's life.
I don't know. I think Stu would probably just sort of like listen to Hope, and then she would go. I don't know how to explain this, Boris. I'm sorry.
I will look over at Stu and just say, "Do you think I'm on the right track?" Just a yes or no would do.
A yes or no? What was your question?
More
It was like what was
about
being accused?
yes, like the evidence for us to gain to see that we can find clues for him of being accused and everything. We can't find evidence of it, and so we know that he's been accused of being turning people into goats and everything. What is the do you know what we can find that would be able to help us prove his innocence?
She something. That's that's the best I could give you.
Something.
Well, we have the goats.
What else do we have? I mean, what else do you know of
Grog
that
will make
we might
noise
be
when
missing
Veto says that.
ourselves?
What else do I?
We have the goat. Or is that Elendir? Who said that?
That was Hope.
That was Farkon.
Oh, Farkon.
I yelled that we
Right,
have the goats.
Voices.
Oh wow. Well, there's probably a journal in some kind of magic puzzle box. Some contracts that was used as evidence against him. Kind of shrugs and then starts going back over to the desk to look for the said things.
So you head to that northeast corner.
Yeah.
All right.
I will give you guidance, Stu, if you're trying to
thank
search for something.
And that gives what? Sorry.
1d4.
A 1d4 bonus. Yes.
Okay.
Can you cast guidance again?
Yes, I can. I can cast
can
it
use-
as much as I want to.
Three
It's
times
beautiful
per
about
round.
it.
3 times per round are your reaction turns. So there is a limitation, but I tried to make it pretty handy for you to be able to help the party, to help each other. You all can also help each other under those rules there. Man, I should have brought my laptop today. Wait, I have 2 clients. I can just pull the game room up on this one.
Dude, you got 15. Nice.
Too shabby.
So let's see now. Nothing in particular stands out to you on these northeast tables.
And you said 3 actions?
Yes, I did.
Okay, well, I'm gonna come up here.
I did another guidance.
Guidance. That will be your
Thank
last
you.
for this for round 1.
Ooh. Oh, no.
Actually, I don't have to give another one. Never mind. I can just maintain
it would
that
still
one.
be in effect. Yeah.
Yep.
I may have messed up by allowing you to do that so much. No, it's fine. Scroll that down. Scroll this back up. Okay. On the north table, Stu, you do see a box that stands out to you. The box is twisting. It's a twisting, shifting cube about 6 inches on each side. It appears to be made of a mosaic of different metals, woods, stone. There's even small patches of like a strange, glowy, spongy-looking material. The patterns and symbols on its sides seem to be changing constantly. And as you're sitting there and you notice it on this table, you think it's even like murmuring riddles and giggling faintly at you. So that box stands out to you, Stu.
I think I found something. Gonna hop up on the desk and wait for someone.
All right. Does that conclude your turn, Stu?
Yes, sir.
Awesome. That brings us to Veto.
Veto was currently looking at all this stuff here, but having heard Stu say that she found something, he's going to go over to her, look at what she's pointing at, and immediately just grab it.
All right. So as you grab it, it seems to murmur louder. It giggles even louder when you touch it, almost like you're tickling it.
Veto's good at tickling the box.
Do the voices for Grog grow louder?
They do not.
You better let me know if they do.
So are you just picking this up? Are you looking at it? What are we doing?
I'm gonna pick it up and look at it. Okay, it's not like as soon as it touches my hand, I have object. I completely forget that I have it.
One of the faces of the box seems to bear an inscription, but it appears to be in a language you don't understand. Stu, you can see it, and that is in Sylvan, even though you're not holding the box. Let's see. They're the words, though, while they're in Sylvan, and you do feel like you recognize them, Stu, they seem to be rearranging themselves, and appear to be like unreadable unless you are able to focus on it. You got to stare. You feel like you would have to stare this thing down to make a sense of these moving words in Sylvan on its face. Well, Stu does speak Sylvan. She just can't hold the thing.
No, but she doesn't have dyslexia, so the dyslexia cancels out the movement, and I'll be able to understand it.
He's saying he gets a 3d4 bonus on the skill check to.
Stu will relay the confusing, jumbled Sylvan to Veto. Just sort of like
I'm just gonna start poking it in random places and trying to squeeze and rotate it around like a Rubik's Cube.
So Stu, you have the impression as he's like twisting this thing in all directions, and you're unable to focus. If he held it very still and you stared at that thing for a good 3 minutes or so, you might be able to figure out what those rearranging Sylvan words say. But this is Veto we're talking about here.
Veto?
He's starting to Rubik's Cube it more.
Veto?
What? Huh?
If you hold it still, I could probably read it.
Well, if I... What do you mean, hold it still? If I keep... I think I've almost got it.
I don't think you do, buddy.
With each turn and prod, the thing just giggles more.
I heard that. I heard that too.
No, you didn't. You're not in this room. You're outside.
Veda's gonna look at Stu, look at the giggling bot, and he's going to hold it absolutely perfectly still right in front of her, and he's gonna turn it into a performance.
Okay, this will take go ahead, please.
I'm going to maintain absolute stillness and stare at Stu as she stares at the bot. Unblinking.
Okay. You all are both going to attempt to do this for the remainder of the round?
Yes.
If he's willing to, I will.
Okay.
My cloak is going to billow, and I guess I'm also attempting to help her directly.
Okay. Yeah, I'll accept that. We will come back to you two then, when it is your turn, and this box that you are very performatively super focused on trying to hold still in front of Stu to help her while your cloak billows. Tharkon, you're up. There were papers scattered about all over the east side here where you had initially come to search. Is that your the focus you're continuing?
Yeah, I'm just gonna look through all the papers. I'm gonna hear that Stu found something, and I'm like, oh, I'm not a magic person. I don't do magic stuff. I'm gonna just constantly I'm gonna pick up any loose papers, and get all the loose papers and put them on the desk. But I'm gonna look through them while I'm putting them on the desk.
Alrighty, give me a perception check. Or go ahead. I'm sorry. Then you're what?
Yeah. And then I was gonna help the unconscious person or kitty.
Okay, so give me a perception check and throw a extra 1d4 on that check for your organizational method of trying to actually stack and sort through these things. I think that gives you a slight bonus as you try to make sense of this mess. Well, nat 20, fucking A. You don't need a bonus.
But he gets one.
It's relevant, but yes,
one.
yes, he does. You definitely, something stands out to you, and you even recall that Stu had said something about a contract that was used to convict Larcoon, and in your hands, you think you're holding a contract that's titled Agreement for Livestock Acquisition and Transport. At the bottom, it appears to bear Larcoon's signature, and it seems to detail the enlistment of a bandit group outside of Neverwinter for livestock acquisition and transport.
Framed.
Yep. Yep.
Well,
okay. Rolling that one up, and then
it seems to make Larcoon look guilty. You are under the impression that there is more to discern from this, but it is a bit beyond your
understanding.
Yes.
So yeah, I'm gonna fold that one up, and then just make sure I hold on to that one, and then keep going through the rest of the papers. And once I'm done, I'm gonna put it all back. I'm gonna put the rest of the papers that are useless back on the table, and I'm gonna look over at the unconscious Tabaxi and be like, oh yeah, right, you're still here. And then I'm gonna bring him over to the stairs and set him on the steps. So he's kind of a little bit more comfortable and not really flop on the floor.
Sure.
So I'm gonna sit him up and just make sure that he's not bleeding.
That goat is very interested in that Tabaxi. he appears to be stable and doing okay, but he's got a large welt on his head and he is unconscious, but he's breathing steady. He seems to be all right.
Wait, did I miss a goat?
You missed a goat.
No.
Yes, you missed a goat up there by Veto, and
there's one by Farcon too. Shit. No,
that goat talked to you about food, and you moved on.
This one wanted food. I'm gonna check to see if he's got any like rations or any kind of like food substance on him. If he's got like a bag or.
It seems he does not have anything on him that you can tell. You have a feeling there's a good chance those bandits took anything of value before they knocked him out and threw him through the portal.
Okay.
Maintain your focus, Veto.
And then
Tabaxi needs petting.
Hey, Boris, have you read my?
I'm gonna walk around to this other side over by this desk and search through any papers and look if there's any books. I'm gonna like open the books and like go through and shake the books, make sure nothing stands out in those books, and like all the other trinkets and doodads. I'm not gonna touch any of like the artifacts. I'm just gonna go through any of the papers and books and.
All right, so you
physical
have moved to the table of items on the northwest corner.
Yes.
Roll me a perception check, and this will be the end of your actions for your turn. I believe that'll. You did one search. You helped the Tabaxi and moved him, and now you're searching. So, and these rules for this skill challenge framework are kind of loose. I'll adapt based on role play or what y'all do, but I got to keep it reasonable at the same time, Let's see. Your second perception was a 17. Something does stand out to you amongst these scattered papers. You have located what appears to be some kind of like maybe a manifest ledger, but it seems to have been written in like a cipher, and you think it will need some rather intense investigation to break that cipher, to figure out what's going on with this. But it does stand out to you amongst everything else on that table.
Yeah, I'm gonna pick that up and hold it with the other important paper.
Alrighty. Does this conclude your turn, sir?
Yeah, and I'm just gonna like turn around and like make sure everyone's still okay.
A couple of them are looking a little bewildered. Grog's got a goat following. Everyone's doing all right.
Yeah.
Veto seems to be entranced by Stu. What's up, Gad?
You'll see Gad down on one knee, clutching his chest.
Oh gosh.
Does he propose?
You okay?
Gad does not hear you and does not respond to you.
I'm going to walk over to Gad and check
Talking
on
to
Gad.
the female goat?
I don't think that's it, sir.
What was Gad doing?
He's
trying to blow Veto.
Yeah, okay. No, I'm done.
All right.
Checking on Gad.
Let's see now. That is
Yeah, hope.
Okay. Hope. It's your turn.
Okay. Number one. How injured is that Tabaxi?
He's beat up pretty good. As far as you can tell, he's just unconscious. It's not that he's like severely injured.
Hit points?
20.
Okay.
We'll say he's at 14, but he's knocked out.
Oh, he's at 14. Okay. I will. I'll let the shit come out and wake him up. Then.
All right. So Hope moves over to the injured Tabaxi, and you said you're going to shake him to wake him up?
Yep. And she gonna wake him up.
What do y'all think? A medicine skill check to see if shaking someone away from unconscious works?
Well, if
Sleight of hand.
he is if he is not like if he's not, if you just have like no hit point. I mean, well, if he's on 0 hit points, he won't wake up. But if he's
right, he's not 0 hit points. He's just unconscious.
So just shaking him should be to wake him up.
Well, if you get clubbed in the head and it doesn't kill you, you're still knocked out.
We'll say you wake him up. Sure, he starts to come to. He looks super dazed and very confused, and he definitely has a look in his eyes like he doesn't know who the fuck you are.
You're in the Feywild. You was about to be thrown to be turned into a goat. Are you following me so far?
A goat? No. What?
Well, you are in the Feywild, and you was about to be turned into a goat.
Not in the Feywild. I was in a bar in Icewind Dale.
Yes, but you're not there anymore. You're now inside of the Feywild. Please, do not panic, even though it is a nerve-wracking thing to do to be here, but do not panic. You are from Icewind Dale, you say?
I'm not from there. I travel, but that's where I was drinking last night.
Are you from the Feywild yourself, or have connections to the Feywild, since your kin usually are connected to such things?
Not in like 3 generations. It was just stories from my grandpa.
Okay. We will be moving out soon. We'll be moving out soon to make our way out of the Feywild. If you were to come with us, you should come with us. Yes,
I gotta think.
I do not wish you to die here.
I don't want to die here either.
Good. Then you're coming with us.
Okay.
And she is going to
Shut up, shut up, shut up. Gad will say as he's stumbling over to a pillar.
What is wrong? Gad?
He's mumbling to
hear
himself.
Did Gadcast speak with animals?
I don't think he can do anything willingly at the moment.
I am going to, let's see here. I am going to look at the group and say, any progress so far yet? Since someone hasn't said anything of what they found or anything yet.
I found some paperwork in a book.
Veto is still just staring straight at Stu, wanting so badly to go pet the back.
Okay.
Stu's trying not to disappoint Veto.
Okay, I've noticed that they had the box. What did you find again?
The contract, I think, or more evidence.
Paperwork. Lots of paperwork.
A lot of paperwork? Okay.
Yep. It looks important. Someone with the brains could probably figure it out. Not me. I'm worried about it. I'm worried about Gad because he's talking to himself again.
So. Are you making your way over towards Farcon and Gad? As you say, you'd like to have a look at it there, Hope? Okay.
Yep. I'm going to go over there and see what is up with Gad. What the fuck is wrong with this dude?
Upon closer inspection of Gad, you'll see that his pupils are very small and he's starting to break out in a sweat.
Can I move, Borst?
Yeah, you all have freedom of movement when it's... Well, no, you're limited by... Per round, when it is not your turn, you're limited by your total character's movement.
Let's see what I have.
you're able to move to him, so you haven't moved yet on another person's turn.
But if that's like your total movement, you won't be able to move for the rest of the round. Anyway, sorry. Please continue.
Cool. I'll just make sure that some of the spells I have. Alrighty. I am going to. Sigh deeply and
Is that a match?
You do not have the thing prepared that you need prepared, Hope.
No, I do not. I do not have it prepared, which is unfortunate. Alrighty, that's cool. Alright. What I am going to do, then let's improvise. I am going to try and shake Gad out of his state. Also, I'd like to roll Arcana and see what the fuck is going on with him.
With Gad?
Yes.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with
medicine check.
What's going on with Gad, but you can roll, sure.
How do you not know what's going on, goddammit? You're the DM.
I'm not doing this, sir. I'm not doing this. I don't make all the choices. But you can roll. We can play that out. Sure. Sure.
Let's see what we
Go
got.
for it.
We got 17 Arcana check.
You are Gad. You're gonna have to give me some feedback on this because I've got to make educated guess, kind of wing it here. But you would be under the impression that Gad's constant shifting back and forth from Wur form and normal form and spending so much time in Wur form while in the Feywild has begun to break him. How'd I do, Gad?
Oh, is that
close enough.
it?
Close enough. He said close enough. Again, educated guess. You want my DM take? Educated guess. He didn't. He's asked me a question or two, but he hasn't told me what he's doing. So
I definitely don't have the spell prepared that I definitely need to do for him. He's just fucked.
Well, this depends. Kurt, do you go to shake me?
I mean, yeah, she does go and shake you to try to pull you out of it. She doesn't see what's
shakes again. All right, this will be your third action.
Can you roll me a d20, Kurt?
Sure.
Boris, I need you to pick a DC. You don't know what it's for? Just pick the DC.
All right. Where's your channel? Here's your channel. Let's go with that many.
2.
All right. As you shake me, the pickle drops from my clutches.
It slipped out of your booty cheeks?
Oh, okay.
Goodness.
She's definitely going to kick that away.
With
it would have to be 100 feet away from you for you to lose attunement.
Okay, that's fine.
Or you would have to break it, but I wouldn't see why you would, intentionally break attunement right now.
Upon kicking away the pickle, Gad will drop to his hands and knees and start convulsing.
This have to end sooner or later, Gad. This will consume you. This is not stable for your mind.
Gad is not in a position of understanding what you're saying right now.
I'm going to support Gad to make sure that he doesn't, hurt himself too much.
All right.
End turn for me.
All right. Gad, it's your turn.
Let's see. Hang on.
You dropped the pickle and kicked it away? Is that what you said?
Yeah, I kicked it away.
Oh, you kicked it away. Okay. Yeah. When Gad loses possession of the pickle, he shifts into a workout.
Okay.
Interesting. Okay, just reading up on the pickle here. So I drop to my knees, I start convulsing, and I start saying, "Shut up! Shut up! Shut up!" And I get up on one knee, push myself up, and start heading out of the room. I got to get away. I'll say as I start moving away from the group.
I have someone for this band.
Can I?
Thank you for 91. So that's
pick
awesome.
up the pickle.
In your mouth?
And yep. And start following. Well, actually, no, I can't. No, I can't. Never mind.
You can't. You don't have the.
I'm holding my pipe.
And Boris, according to your own rules, on our turn we have as much movement as we want. Correct.
I mean, within reason. I'll have to adjust the rules if you start trying to go too crazy with it.
If you end up wandering.
Can I move up to 100 feet away?
Sure.
I move 100 feet away outside, passing Ellendeer.
All right. We'll just.
I'm gonna try and keep up with him. Make sure that doesn't hurt himself.
You were limited to what? 45, Farcon?
50.
50.
And as I get out of the cave entrance here, I will once again
already moved
down
15
onto the ground.
Oh, you had already moved 15 before that. All right.
Yeah.
So we'll put you like there.
I had to move
okay.
And to give them a bit of wiggle room, we'll say I stop like right at the boundary of the 100 feet.
Okay. Let's see. So that breaks attunement with the pickle, which
right at the 100. So like,
wait, go Greg. You have a pipe stem in your mouth, sir.
That's what I said.
Yeah, so he can't.
That's why he can't get it. Yeah.
Okay.
That's why I said never mind.
Okay.
And I said what I said for like, I'm like 5 feet outside of that. So if the pickle gets kicked 5 feet away, or like they don't bring it to me, then next round. Yeah.
I get you.
So are we saying that we could put the pickle in Grog's other side and he can bring it to death?
Oh my goodness.
I mean, or we can put the pipe in his other side. It's up to him.
Veto, you have your hands full right now, sir.
What are we talking about?
That ended your turn. That ended your turn, Gad. Your butt. He's talking about your butt, bro.
Oh.
Gad will be laying face down, looking up at the sky, and 2 tears will fall from his face. One from each eye.
All right. In turn. Grog, you're up.
I'm just staring at the pickle. And then I'm looking at Hope. And then,
well, I'm still trying to get Gad to talk to me, so I just keep following Gad. Where'd he go?
You want to go
once
to Gad?
again, I'm pestering Gad, trying to get him to talk with animals.
That is Ellendeer.
Oh, where's Gad?
This racist goes to the one other, elven lineage guy.
This
in
one
the
has
party.
20 years.
There's your Gad.
I go back to nagging Gad.
Gad is currently laying on the ground,
with my
eyes
2
open,
other
but not
goats.
paying attention to you at all. You notice 2 tears coming down on his cheeks.
I ram you to try to get you to snap out of it. But I do it from this end. And I want to push. I'm going to end up pushing you another 5 feet away. But you're also going to take damage.
Away.
Nope, no, you're not. You're not going to take any damage. I miss. It was a weak push, but I'm pushing you further away. Yes.
But you failed. Okay.
Well, I tried. That's my turn.
Oh my gosh, I have 3,333.
I know. I typed. That's your turn. Okay.
I like how you're preparing this, Boris.
Well, it already would have happened when you stopped. Like it wasn't breaking
No, 'cause-
attunement; it was not having it in your possession. You have to possess it.
Oh, that's what I was asking. I thought I needed to like leave the space in order for that to happen.
No, I think the second you're not holding it, you shift.
Okay.
Can we retcon
Well,
all
then that
that
changes. Yeah, that changes retcon because I was elf form on my way out.
Oh, okay. You guys and your weird plots. I'll put you back on the floor over here. Then is that what you want?
I mean, are we retconning to the point of me not dropping the pickle?
I mean, I thought
Is
you
that-
dropped it, but when you dropped it, you would have shifted because
Okay.
you
Then-
wouldn't be you have to like have it in your possession. Attunement won't break, but it has to be in your possession in order to prevent you from
Okay,
being
just
force shifted.
put me where I was, and then we'll just say retcon wise that I shifted and then ran out in where shift form and fell on laid on the ground in where shift form.
Oh, okay. So I didn't have to
mean,
move
you
you
can
at
take
all. Is
goat.
what you're telling me
Yes.
right now. Okay. And just to be
So
clear,
Grog would not have followed him if he turned werewolf.
okay. You're staring at the pickle then. is
He's
what
a
you're
rat.
telling me.
Yeah, yeah.
Now
He's
I will
incapable of
say
casting
the
speak with
being
animals
in the
anymore, so-
Feywild caused the worst state to be stable. Like Nimnil wasn't
Yeah.
didn't immediately
wasn't
become
evil.
evil because of it. Yeah. Well, arguably he was already
Yeah,
evil.
okay,
but regardless there. Okay, so Grog, you're staring at this pickle.
Am I aware of anyone else that has speak with animals in the party?
Nope.
Only Gad has spoken
Gad.
with you.
Yeah, only God, right?
I've called you
Grog
different
will,
names.
He's gonna look around, look back and forth from Hope to the pickle to where Gad just ran. He's gonna sigh and look at the ground for a second. He's just gonna go back over here looking through shit.
All right.
Looking for something that's not
There's a
goat
goat you haven't
or
talked
that's
to.
not physical goat related. Oh, there is a goat I haven't talked to. I fucking forgot about that.
Would you like to roll a perception check at that table?
Yes. Yes. Sure.
All right, give us
Yes.
that check.
$17.
This table looks like it's already been rifled through pretty heavily. Nothing is standing out to you.
Okay. I'm gonna come over here. I'm gonna search these shelves and whatnot.
Okay,
All right.
Okay.
Give me another perception check.
22.
You spend some time searching this area pretty thoroughly, but nothing is necessarily standing out to you as special, though you do notice there is like a vat of something that looks adhesive to you. It doesn't stand out to you as evidence. It just stands out to you as something that you could stick two things together with.
Yeah, that doesn't interest Grog. Grog's gonna move over to this other goat and
Hopefully better than.
attempt to establish an IQ check with it. Hello. Did he just say hi?
Hi.
Are you goat? We're supposed to be person.
Goat.
Damn.
Damn.
Well, you go on goating.
Goat.
Okay. I think that's my turn. That's 3 actions.
Yep.
Yeah?
Yep.
Okay.
Alrighty. That brings us to Ellendir.
Is
Outside on the
Farcon
rocks.
still outside after that retcon?
I believe Farkon is still standing out on the steps. He followed Gad as Gad ran out and war form there.
Oh, so we.
He,
What
he
the
didn't say otherwise.
Yeah, I
So
still
Gad's
would've-
still gone because I thought we took him back inside and said.
He did not realize that he shifted when he dropped the pickle. He thought he had to break attunement, so he said after he shifted, he still ran out to the exact same spot. So he is still gone.
Elendier's just gonna look at that Farkon and ask, "Is everything okay?"
Not really sure. Just know the pickle's up back there, and I'm going to go check on him, make sure he's okay.
You need help.
Yeah, something's up.
Elendier will follow Farkon.
All right. Does that conclude your turn?
Conclusion has happened.
All right, Lady Stew, roll me a. Where is that cube? Here it is. Please roll me.
That Elendier's
Okay,
buddy.
sorry, it has multiple entries. Please roll me a perception. Please roll me a perception check with advantage, Stu. And Veto, I need you to go ahead and roll me a perform. No, Veto, I need you to go ahead and roll me a performance check with a 1d4 bonus.
Nice. Oh my gosh, that's so much nicer.
Okay. Stu, you managed to stare at this thing for a full 3 minutes without blinking. That is a feat. And Veto actually manages to hold it still and help you.
Hold on.
I mean, I'll pass you. I'll pass you anyway. But anyway, Veto actually manages to hold it still.
My brother.
And I would say a 14 total. You got that one. But hey,
I told you,
it was a 1.
It's always going to be a 1. This is what I said.
So Stu, as you stare at those moving words without blinking, you're able to discern a riddle in Sylvan. It says, "I have no master, yet all follow me. I break the strongest, bend the free. Planned or predicted, I cannot be. What am I?"
A lot of words that I don't remember what you even said.
You don't know the words. Stu read the words in Sylvan.
She will read them out loud. I would also like to see that if I could.
Can we put that in the
Stu reads this out loud, and I put it in the
chat?
Hellfire Club. I'll put it in the the IC chat. Stu reads aloud from the cube. Bam.
But you did say cube.
Oh yeah, it is. I mean, it's a cube. It's a box. What do you want from me?
Yeah.
It's in the IC. It's in the IC party thread. I have no master, yet all follow me. I break the strongest, bend the free. Planned or predicted, I cannot be. What am
I? Stu's gonna look up at Veto as if he should know the answer.
This is Veto we're talking about here?
Well, it's her best friend, so.
Hope, you are still in the room. You would hear this going on, depending on your focus with Gad shifting and running off in the pickle on the floor in front of you.
Grog turns to Stu, listening, and his eyes widen. But he's still unable to talk to anyone. So
Veto, I think the goat, your friend goat knows.
Veto's going to look at Billy 4 and just kind of stare at him, and then turns back to Stu and says, "I don't think he speaks words." And then Veto's gonna just turn back at the grogging. Bah! And he's gonna look back at Stu.
He's gonna look like Grog just thinks that you just fucking mocked him.
Okay, I am back. I had to go use the bathroom.
Oh, welcome back. Hope,
Grog's gonna ram you for that, actually. Grog's I'm ramming him.
You're still in the, is it Grog? It's not Grog's turn. Hope, you're still in the room with Veto and Grog and, Stu. Stu has just read a riddle out loud. She's read it off the side of the cube that she was able to like figure out from the moving Sylvan words. I posted it in the IC party thread for everybody.
Okay.
I have no master, yet all follow me. I break the strongest, bend the free. Planned or predicted, I cannot be. What am I?
It's either chaos or love, one of the two.
Or waffles.
Nope.
You, sir, are laying on your back and crying as a goat man, 100 feet away.
I think.
Give me a second.
Okay.
Let me look it over. I break the strongest, bend the free.
Grog, look at my Forrest, look at my IC chat.
All right, one second. You do not.
Oh.
Well, doesn't look like Grog's gonna be very helpful with it. I'm pretty sure I know the answer to the riddle, but I can't say anything.
I have no master is the part, yet all follow me.
That's the key.
There could be so many answers to that, actually. There's no one answer to that riddle. There's multiple answers to it. There's not one answer.
It's kind of obvious what it is.
Yeah, it's chaos. Because, or chaos, or, yeah.
Does Hope say this
chaos.
to, Stu?
What? Which part did I say to Stu?
Did you say
Stu
that out loud in character, or did you say that as character?
Yeah, Stu read the riddle out loud. So is this Hope reacting? What is Hope saying something to Stu?
Hope is saying to Stu, there's many answers to that riddle. It's not just one answer to it. But the obvious one, at least for this one, would be chaos. Chaos. The chaos or freedom. But I believe chaos is the biggest one here.
Stu's gonna put her little paws on Veto's arm and get close to the box and say chaos in Sylvan.
As Stu says the word chaos aloud in Sylvan, the box's form shifts, and a second layer seems to unlock and almost bubble forth to the surface. As the layer takes shape, 4 tiny crystals form on 4 different sides of the box in different colors and shapes. There is what appears to be a flame in red. There is what appears to be a cloud in white. There is what appears to be a droplet of water in blue. And there is what appears to be a stone or a rock in green.
Wind, water, fire, earth.
The box whispers in a giggling riddle. So only Stu and Veto would hear the whisper. I whisper before the storm can wail. I drink the sky, yet leave no trail. I sleep beneath the mountain tall, yet in my death I end them all.
That in the
I'll stick that in
IC.
the IC thread. Yes, yes.
Thank you.
Yes, please.
I know even the people that can't hear this and are goatmen 100 feet away are over here like, I want to solve the riddle, and blowing me up in their private threads, which is cool. I'm glad you all enjoy. Where is this?
You have the dumbest player over here holding the box. You want him to solve it?
Well, now
And I
that
have a
now that we
minus
passed
4
that first part, I
modifier.
thought the answer was time.
It was so there were multiple answers I would have accepted because of the
Freedom,
nature
there's a
of
bit of
that
another
kind
one.
of riddle and challenge, but the planned answer I had was chaos. So and Gad messaged that and solved it, and Kurt hit it. So they both. But again, anything that was like close enough in my mind to be a reasonable response to the answer. You also have to think, this is Larcoon's box. What is Larcoon all about? And yeah.
Chaos.
So there, that is now in the IC thread there. The box whispers in a giggling riddle. I whisper before the storm can wail. I drink the sky, yet leave no trail. I sleep beneath the mountain tall, yet in my death I end them all. And with the riddle, those crystals in those different shapes kind of seem to light up and glow, but all go out.
Veto seems. Oh,
Well,
It is
Stu would have
Stu's
said
turn,
this. Stu would have still said this riddle out loud again.
Oh, you would have repeated it loud enough that Hope, who's in the room, can hear. Hope, do you make your way closer to this going on, or because you do
Yeah, I
have,
would make my way closer.
okay, because you have your normal Hope movement on your well, multiple people went after Gad. It's fine. Hope, I've moved you 30 feet closer. They are still a little ways away from you, but you're kind of on a pedestal in the middle of the room, looking to what's going on with Stu and Veto and Grog in this box now.
Okay,
And Stu, I will have you at one action so far for your turn.
Okay.
Though even if you end, Veto is up next, and you can still obviously freely communicate on a Veto turn. So.
I mean, does Hope or Veto seem to stew on this a little bit longer? This riddle?
I think Hope's chewing on it.
give me a second.
What is that supposed to mean?
I think Veto is thinking about puppies.
Incorrect.
Oh, damn. Petting the tabaxi. I'm sorry. What was I got mixed up.
That and
I don't know. I feel like darkness might be an answer, but I don't know if it answers all of it.
Veto, but in your hands, when those crystals lit up as the box like whispered that riddle, you have the urge to touch them. You have the distinct impression from this box that it wants each of those to be pressed like buttons, as that pertain in some way to its riddle.
Red, yellow, green, blue. Wait, different crystal.
oh no, I already had a plan regarding crystal. Just waiting for it to be officially Veto's turn before he does something incredibly brilliant.
I don't know if it'll work out like you want, but I look forward to seeing what happens.
So what do we think about darkness? She asked to Veto and Hope.
Sure. Before the storm. Drink the sky.
Or night? I don't think so again.
Wind? It blows.
Yet in my death I end them all.
But does wind sleep beneath the mountain?
You're not part of it. You're having rat problems.
So, Stu, are we ending our turn to go to Veto?
Oof.
Yes.
She's gonna look at Veto and say, "Should."
He looks to Veto and says, "What?
Should I try darkness or
air?
Air?
I wish before the storm could wail. Yes, that's air. I drink the sky with and yet leave no trail. That is air. I sleep beneath the tall. That is still, yeah, it's air. It's air.
He's gonna look to Veto to give the okay.
Is it Veto's turn?
Well, it's Stu's turn. She's never relinquished thing.
Right. That's what I'm asking.
But she can respond, right?
Are you wanting him to like? Are you wanting him to push the buttons, or are you?
She was gonna say air in Sylvan.
The box just giggles. Nothing happens.
Okay.
I think it's fire.
That's my turn.
All right, Veto, you're up.
Veto's going to stand up, holding the cube in one hand, stretch. With a big grin, he's going to push the red button, or the red crystal, and punch himself in the face.
So you push the flame, and
yes.
The box just says wrong and laughs in a mocking tone, and roll 2d6.
Okay.
You have to push the button. Oh
yeah. It's a
secret. Oh, it's air. Just push the cloud thingy.
Veto, you just took 10 psychic damage.
You had to talk to it again.
Yeah, push the cloud thingy. It's
hurt,
air.
Veto. That hurt. All right, Veto. It is still your turn. They are telling you to push
yellow.
The cloud.
Push cloud, white, yellow, whatever.
Okay.
Brother just kills
so
himself.
the light one lights up, and the box stops giggling. And says next.
It's not
blue.
The blue one lights up, and the box just waits.
Green.
See.
The green one lights up.
Red.
And the red one lights up. The box again seems to shift and change in form. A tiny keyhole appears in the top, but it doesn't look like any kind of keyhole you've ever seen before. I just want to point out that 10 psychic damage seemed to do Veto right.
I stick my finger in the hole.
You did it, Oh.
Wait, hang on. Let me finish before you shove your finger in, okay?
Oh, okay.
I got
Go to stick your
distracted
finger
thinking
in,
about
but
the
it's the
psychic
finger that's
damage.
been cut off.
A tiny keyhole appears, but it doesn't look like any kind of key opening that you've seen before in the top of the box, right? And text once again appears on the lid of the box around the keyhole in Sylvan, so you don't recognize the language there, Veto. But Stu's been able to read this language to you the whole time.
Mm-hmm.
Does Veto even know how to read?
Are you gonna? I don't know. That's a good question for Veto. Are you gonna show Stu the words, or?
Veto's gonna look at it and realize it's still the same squiggly letters and stuff that have been tearing up, and carefully shows Stu the box and says, "Don't stick anything in there."
So,
Okay.
Stu, the text around that keyhole reads in Sylvan, a gift given freely, yet never reclaimed. Only in losing can truth be named.
Gift
Okay.
given freely, yet never reclaimed
Yeah,
the
she
truth.
says it, by the way. Sorry.
So Stu says this out loud to Veto and
Yes.
What did she
written around
say
the
answers?
keyhole. Written around the keyhole in
No, I
silver.
heard
It
the
says,
clue.
"Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm just saying. I thought she gave an answer already.
No, she didn't give an answer. It's
Okay.
now. Does Veto stick his finger in?
He's gonna stick. What is he gonna stick in there?
Remember, you only have 9 fingers left.
Yes,
This is
I'm
important.
aware.
I shouldn't have told him to wait. Let me finish.
I'm just trying to figure out if I am gonna put a finger in there. I'm just thinking.
Right. Making important decisions. You know?
You should even out your
I'm
hands.
I am going to my pinky on my other hand. I'm gonna stick it in there.
Oh goodness gracious!
Great balls of fire.
You feel a sharp sting. A bit of a burn, kind of at the base of your knuckle, at your hand, and the box clicks and seems to open up. And as it does, and the panels all kind of fall away and open, your pinky's gone.
Oh my
On that
god.
hand, you're down to 8 fingers now.
You only need one.
And the Feywild has taken 2 fingers from Veto. But within is a journal, a like leather bound. It's scrolled with like flowers and like shafts of light. The artwork over its surface almost seems to be moving, but you have found a journal within this box.
What was the full clue, though?
That was written around the keyhole?
Yeah.
A gift given freely yet never reclaimed. Only in losing can the truth be named. So yeah, it ain't your finger. You gave your finger to the box.
You need to stop having me give up body parts.
You gave it up. I tried to
I'm
play
glad
that
it's all
out.
you stuck in there.
This is your fault, bro. You did this.
I stick my dick in there and it's gone.
Yeah.
Okay.
It is a box. I could have started singing, but I'm not a bard.
Oh my goodness.
All right. So
The
you
answer
find
to.
Go ahead.
So we still have to come up with the answer to this one, right?
No, it opened. The box opened. It
Well,
ate
opened.
Veto's finger, and you all now have
Oh.
what appears to be a leather-bound journal.
Veto has a journal.
Veto has
These
what appears to be a
people
leather-bound
have
journal.
they have sacrificed a single thing.
So Veto, you have this journal, and you are down a pinky. What are you doing? Are you looking at it, or
do I still have the box, or is the box?
I just hear the ghost of Nimnel being like, "I cast bonfire on it."
Right, the box is gone. The box is gone.
I'm very
Grog
sad.
is
that the
suddenly
box is
very
gone.
interested, and I am like up his ass, and he's trying to like look at this notebook.
Look at the journal. All right.
Look at the journal.
Veto's going to pull the journal and put Stu on his shoulder and open look at the cover of the journal
I
before
will
opening it.
cast comprehend languages on the pages of the journal, so for everybody to read it. There.
All right, and
I can do that.
so you're flipping through the journal, Veto? Is that what you said?
But he's also
Okay,
going to.
so-
Is there a chair nearby here, by the way?
No, but
There's
that table
benches.
that Stu's on looks awfully inviting. Pop a squat on the table next to Stu.
Yeah.
All
Okay.
right.
We shouldn't stay here much longer. I think we found a lot.
So you see a entry dated quite far back that the journal in general seems to be written in like rhyming couplets. Classic Larcoon, one might even say. And there's whimsical illustrations across its pages. There's an entry dated quite far back. In fact, if it corresponds to the material plane's calendar, which, as far as you can discern, it appears to, um, it's months before you ever went into the catacombs. Neighbor's shadows grow so dark, his minions lurk where none should hark. As you flip through the pages, there's more details. A note: mortals missing, beasts appear. Something's wrong. I greatly fear. Um, Twisted magics, souls ensnared. Poor folk into beasts are paired. And then, as you flip through, there's like a final entry. Walls around me closing tight. Elithris's plot unfolds this night. And as you kind of conclude those pages and read that final passage, the journal in your hand begins to glow again once it's read completely, and a whisper emerges from the book. My clever friends, you found my notes. Much better use than feeding goats. Elithris schemed with darkest heart to tear the Fae's courts apart. His plan was grand, I must confess, to cause the courts such great distress. By stealing those with Fey blood ties, their power waned before our eyes. Take what you found to the courts most high. The truth must spread, his lies must die. Speak boldly of what you have learned, so justice fair may be returned. The courts convene where borders meet, beneath the ancient judgment seat. I'll await you there. Await you there for. Await you there, for I am free to face the charges laid on me. And the book stops glowing with that.
Hope's
He's
realizing he has to stay in the Fae for longer.
He's gonna be like, "Come on, we gotta go. Let's go. Let's go."
Vettel's trying to remember the first word that was said, and seems that he can't remember a single fucking thing other than he lost a finger, and
Grog's gonna go now.
Do you know where the court is adjourning at this time of the year?
Do we have free movement now? Did we pass the challenge?
Vettel's
second
gonna point at Goat or Goat Frog. He didn't talk. Oh, he did talk to the goat. Never mind. It was just normal.
I talked to him. He's stupid. He's a stupid
if y'all are leaving,
no,
you can end the challenge, but I'm not ending the challenge.
Vettel wants to look at all the doodads over here on the table.
Grog hear any whispers?
Am I on your shoulder?
In any discernible direction, and not just everywhere and anywhere and nowhere.
No, same answer, Grog. Let's see. It's Veto's turn. Still, this is the end of your actions, I believe, Veto. No, reading the book would have been the end of your actions because you pressed the buttons, then stuck your finger in, then read the journal. So I believe that concludes your turn. Yes, Veto?
Sure.
And that brings us. So you're still. Well, you can move over there. You had the movement to go to that table. Farcon is up then.
I'm going to go find Gad.
All right. You move the rest of the distance out, and you find Gad laying on the ground as a goat man.
You okay, Gad?
Gad may have gotten distracted for a moment. Gadley!
I'm role-playing as Gad right now.
Oh, okay.
I responded.
Gad does not appear to notice you.
I will sit next to you. I'll plop myself down next to you. And just be like,
yeah, Grog's gonna start making his way out.
Buddy?
You will notice that Gad is crying, but unmoving.
You take out a hanky and give it to him. or at least try and hand it to him.
That's not very nice.
Gad makes no move to grab the hanky from you.
Okay, I'm just gonna sit with Gad and make sure he's okay.
Okay. Did you tell anyone in the party about the two things you found? I don't remember.
Yeah, I told Hope.
Okay, cool. Does that conclude your turn then?
Yes, but I'm gonna keep my keep up my defenses and like make sure nothing's coming. Just keep my ears up and just be on guard. But
sure. All right.
Yes.
Then my turn.
I don't like that.
And now it is Hope's turn.
I don't like that.
Hope
I
is
don't like
going to. Did he leave the papers on the table, or did he take the papers with him?
Veto has the journal. Farcon told you he found two things. He has them with him.
Yeah. All right. I'll let you go to Farcon and notice.
So Farcon left going after Gad, and they have gone so far that you. Oh wait, you have free movement. I'm sorry, it's my bad. Forgot my own rules. So you're going all the way out to find them.
Yeah, I want to get the papers from him. If you give me the papers.
Okay, so you kind of stumble back into the wilderness of the Feywild, just beyond the path that leads to that workshop, and you encounter Farcon sitting next to Gad, laying on his back on the ground and crying.
Yeah. What is wrong with you, Gad?
He's not talking.
I see.
Gad in a very low whisper. In a very low whisper, he will say repeatedly, "I'll kill you. I'll kill you. I'll kill you."
Oh.
Like I said, there's something up with him.
I'm
just staying to make sure that he's okay and nothing bad happens. So, here's the.
I need the papers.
The paper, and yeah, here's all the paperwork.
Yeah.
One of them is in code, some sort of cipher. So, yeah, good luck.
Okay.
The other one's just a contract for something. Probably something bad. But yeah, check it out.
We got somebody in our party that can figure this out, most likely. And
it's not me.
I would march over to Ellendir and just shove the papers into his hands and say,
as Hope goes to leave, Gad will say in a different voice than he was saying before, in a perfectly calm voice, say, "You can try."
How did Grug get there?
Yeah, who's that?
I can try.
I moved there. How did I get all the way back here?
I am not the best at things like this. It's not my strong point.
So as you go to, you did. I don't remember. All right, hang on. As you go to approach Ellendir, and you hold the two things out, you find the journal, or not the journal. I'm sorry, the ledger, that Farcon said was written in a cipher. And obviously you handed that to Ellendir, saying that wasn't your strong suit, and you thought him maybe better at figuring out what was up with that. As you go to pass him the contract, you almost get a sense of magic corruption, almost like a scent, a feeling, a vibe off of it, if you will, before you hand that off to Ellendir.
There's something wrong with the contract. It's some type of corruption, I believe, in it. I'm not sure. But the cipher there, I know for sure you'll be able to figure it out more than I will be able to.
You saying there's something wrong with this thing right here that you're handing me, or?
The contract, yes. But the cipher is the one that we need to understand.
What is Hope
Dear, that
handing me?
contract looks normal to you.
What is she handing me?
There's a contract that she handed you a ledger, but it appears to be like documenting a bunch of stuff, but written in a cipher. And you get the impression that with proper investigation, you might be able to break the code and figure out what's going on with it.
Well, Ellender's doing Overwatch on Gad and Farcon right now.
Please check this out. We need to get out of here.
All right. Well, then you keep an eye on these two.
I just need you to please check this out.
Ellender will find a. We'll move half his speed to a area of cover where he can look this shit over.
All right. So you're going to just kind of take cover, is what you're saying?
Before he goes away.
Well, under my impression, I was hanging out with Gad and Farcon. I thought I was following Farcon. So I thought I was with.
Yeah, you did say that. My bad. Okay, you would be over here, and Hope wouldn't have had to go anywhere.
I would give him guidance by the way to go.
Okay.
When Ellender will find a place of cover to study this thing.
All right. We'll say under this tree, you find some good cover over there.
Should I roll a stealth check so I don't get detected?
I'll let you do that as a reaction in this situation, given the circumstances. Sure.
29.
All right. You're well hidden. Hope, does that conclude your turn?
I did that. Yeah.
All right.
We do need to get out of the Feywild.
I don't know how you got yourself all the way down there, Grog. It wasn't your turn. You're only allowed your full movement on your turn.
Okay, well then let's say I ended up here. But it doesn't matter because I got free movement now, right? I'm starting to go.
It's not your turn. I was just addressing you between turns, since I had moved you back because I was like, "How did you teleport there?"
We can only stay in the Feywild. We can only stay in the Feywild another 32 sessions. Otherwise, I'm out of fingers.
Only 32. It is. It is Gad's turn.
Otherwise, what?
He's out of
I'm
fingers.
losing a finger every 4 sessions in the Feywild, so we got 32 times more sessions in the Feywild before I'm out of fingers.
Stop sticking your fingers in shit.
I will take my turn in IC chat as it progresses, but in terms of everything else, nothing happens to Gad except for he is completely still within his own body and turn.
All right. That brings us to now it's Grog Goat's turn.
Grog is leaving.
Bye, Grog.
With his goat posse.
Too bad he didn't recruit the other 3 goats.
They're stupid.
As you go to leave and walk past the pickle, it whispers to you.
What does it whisper?
I mean, you're not close enough. You just hear a whisper coming from it.
Keep the glue, stick it to your booty.
That green dot is the pickle, by the way.
I know. I'm moving closer and closer to it. What's it whispering?
You still can't quite hear it. It's just whispering.
What's it whispering?
Shut up! Shut up! Shut up! Gad says.
Take me home.
Where's home? Wait, can it understand me? You can understand me?
Of course I can understand you, you twit.
Who's you?
Who's you? Take me home.
Where's home?
The pickle goes silent.
All right, don't talk to me. You can stay here. Does it say anything?
Nope.
I don't have a way to pick up the pickle without dropping my pipe, and I'm not gonna drop the pipe.
You have
Your
minions to
problem
pick up the
solving
pickle.
is in your hands, sir.
Well, I guess I'm leaving the pickle here. I'm gonna lick it first. See it, or like touch it with my nose, see if something happens.
I prefer you
Nothing
licking
happened.
it.
You tap it with your nose.
Yeah, yeah. Is anything, I like tap it and like roll it over, see if something happens.
It vibrates a little on the ground.
Yeah, Grog's not interested in negotiations. he's gonna leave.
All right, all right.
I don't know. Yeah. I'm not interested. Yeah, there's only one place that I can put that pickle, and it's not going there.
Yeah.
Nope. Nope. It won't happen.
You'll eventually fall asleep.
Oh my god. Veto's gonna pick up the pickle on his way out.
All right. Does that conclude your turn, Grog?
I think that concludes my turn.
Okay. Ellen, dear, you are up.
Ellendir is currently going over this cipher and the contract and attempting to make some sense of the puzzle. Hey.
The contract to you just looks like a normal contract. It from what you can tell now that you're getting a closer look at it, it seems to be an agreement with those bandits outside of Neverwinter, signed by Larcoon. It looks pretty damning. The ledger, on the other hand, written in a cipher, you feel that let's see, you would still have guidance from Hope. So you feel that it would take some serious investigation to get down to the bottom of what's going on with it.
Well, that's exactly what he's doing. He's investigating, trying to make
All
sense
right.
of the puzzle.
Well, give me an investigation check, sir. This is the first of your 3 actions.
12.
Plus your guidance.
Oh, what was that, D4?
Yep.
So 14. And sneak attack, right?
Yeah.
So you start to make some sense of it. It's just a glimpse. You do realize that you are seeing what appears to be on what you think are probably older entries, like just in the way it's listed out. A thorned crown, like almost like stamped over those. You don't quite have a handle on the cipher yet. Would you like to roll another check?
Why is Gad attacking?
I have no idea. He's doing it over and over.
Why is Gad attacking?
Are you having a mental battle with yourself?
Would you like to roll another check, Ellendir?
I'm sorry, I was at push to talk. The thorn crown stamp, you said that was over what?
What you would guess from, like, the way that the ledger is laid out, older entries.
Okay, yeah, definitely gonna keep on keeping on here.
All right, give me another investigation, please.
It'll be a 10.
And
I
give
can't
me.
act as owlbear.
You still
Plus
have
D4?
guidance.
Okay, I thought it was just for one roll.
No,
No,
guidance
guidance.
changed in 24.
11.
You get it on the entire
Am I the only one
thing.
that can't access owlbear right now? Is everyone else still in it?
No,
I'm in.
still in it.
Fucking
Yeah, I'm still in.
cocksucker.
It's just Veto, Stu, and the pickle in the room.
You're sitting under a tree with a book.
Yeah, I can. Yeah. Wonderful.
All right. You're staring at this page and you're just not making any sense of this cipher. Would you like to
Only thing
use
he's
your
doing.
final action, continuing to investigate?
Yeah, 1 second. I'm trying to get back into this fucking thing. Nine.
You are just, this cipher is kicking your ass, bro. You can't make heads or tails of it, and you think you're going to have to continue to give it further attention. But
There we go.
You're out of actions on this turn.
Yep.
If only somebody was there to help you, but you hid so well that no one knows where you went with that book.
He hid so well.
Can you
that
synchronize my
the map?
screen?
Yeah.
He hid so well, the words don't even. You can't even figure out how to word.
And if you just scroll up to the north, Stu and Vettel, you'll come into view after that sync.
Stop. You are screwing with me so hard. I can't even.
I think the problem is I've hidden so well that the solution can't find me.
Yes, that may be accurate. Does that conclude your turn, Ellendeer?
I still can't see shit, so you might need to add vision for me since I came out and yes, it did. It does.
You still have vision.
I only see black.
Maybe
Stop
it didn't sync you, and
taking
I
me
need to
away.
resync you. Oh. You
Stop
didn't realize y'all were still
everybody.
synced. You're good now. You should be good now. Ellendeer should see himself, and you should have your.
I don't see anything.
Well, I don't know why your shit's busted.
Stop moving the map for everyone else then.
I'm not moving it for everybody else. Sync is no longer turned on.
I have video evidence to prove otherwise.
I'm just telling you what's happening on my screen. I don't know. Does that conclude your turn, Ellendeer?
Yep.
All right. That brings us to Stu.
Veto, did you find anything here? I can't remember.
Nope, I wasn't allowed to look at anything, so there's nothing that exists in the content.
Sure, okay. Stu will hop off and search.
Where are you
I was allowed
searching,
to
Stu?
move.
On the let's go right here, I guess. On this table.
So you can give me a perception roll.
Oh, yes.
Stu sees everything that ever exists.
So, Stu, as you gaze over this table and look around the room, it occurs to you that the only place that doesn't look well turned over or thoroughly searched are the debris of that magic contraption that was channeling the celestial power of the Quaddle.
The aquatic thing. Is that
it is?
How do I ping?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, okay.
Yes.
So then I will just bounce
Book
off
it
and
over
go
there?
over here.
Alrighty. And I will let
What
you.
is that? What are you doing? Oh, pointer. Oh, okay, sorry.
And you were so drawn to that area with your freaking nat 20 plus 6
I got moved?
that
Yeah, I did too.
Happened.
I see black.
does somebody else
Borscht.
have control of the map? I did nothing.
Double click your
I'm still in the
name
same
on Clash.
place.
Double click your name on Clash and it'll go straight to you.
That was so weird. It's like somebody else has control of the map.
Zoomed out. Like,
But I don't know how
zoomed out.
anyone else would have control of the map.
I don't have. Man, I've got nothing. I got no clash. I got no ticker.
Are you in or Hellfire Club, or are you in the old one?
I'm in Hellfire Club. I can
I
see
think
all
that
your
might have
names
been
under
me, Bort.
players.
How would you have control of everything to zoom everyone out?
Oh,
Let me test something really quick.
Control A.
Does
Control.
Did that move everyone's screen?
Not that I saw.
No.
No. It was weird. Albert just wigging out. Albert Admin's
What-
up in our game tonight.
What about that?
That definitely.
Yes.
I did.
Okay.
Stop it.
Yeah. Then it
All
was
right.
me.
Oops.
Where were we?
You did it
Stu.
again.
My nat 20.
Stu, with that nat 20, Ellendeer wants to join, admit, and all right, Ellendeer's distracting me and making me give him perms again.
Darn it, Ellen.
Well, I admitted him, but I don't see him in the player list yet. Weird. He's still fighting with Albert. Stu, you find something. It appears to be like some kind of crystal vial with like a swirling rainbow colored essence in it. It has tubes coming off of it that were previously attached to the apparatus here before it was broken off in some way. Obviously to you, this is inherently some kind of magical device and would take proper analysis.
Okay. By vial, is it like I'm thinking like a handheld vial, but is it bigger than that?
Probably bigger than that. Probably like 8 inches long, 2 or 3 inches across. It is vial-like, but it's more like a large tube. How about?
Okay. She will just sort of over here, Vedo, and then she'll wait. She'll end her turn.
Okay, that brings us to Veto.
As he's going to make his way, he's going to look at these tables here that he's next to. Do you see if there's any goodies? Is it persuasion?
You see Veto lingering over there looking at the tables. You're going to persuade the tables?
To show me what their goods are, yeah.
If you
Her
want to
ears
talk to
will
the
droop
tables,
slightly.
I'll be right there, Stu. Let me check. I'm just going to look here real fast.
So you want to search the tables with a perception check, or you want to give them a pep talk with persuasion?
I guess I'll do perception.
Up to you.
Persuasion, I'll say for the vial.
Okay. You aren't quite as aware as Stu, but as you look over, you realize that everything in the room is pretty well searched and rummaged through at this point.
I want to find the sticky thing.
No.
I want the sticky thing.
There was a small vial. The tables that you were just standing at, there is a small vial of sticky stuff.
Okay, I take
up there.
Oh, I'm so stupid.
And now that I have the vial of sticky things, I now come over here to Stu and ask her what's.
She's gonna ask you what's that.
Don't worry about it.
Able to pick it up anyway.
Okay, I think this might be important. It looks magical.
Veto is immediately just gonna grab it.
Oh.
All right, you pick up the tube.
And as he does that, he lets Stu climb back on his shoulder so he can have a better look at it.
It appears to you to, as Stu said, well, you wouldn't call it magical, but it definitely is swirling with that
natural energies of the world.
Yes, and you believe that it would need closer research to figure out what is going on with it.
Am I carrying it with one hand or two?
One hand. You could pull this off with one hand effectively.
Okay. So I have it. Sue, and I have Sue on my shoulder. I notice the pickle.
Yes.
I walk over to the pickle, and I'm looking.
All right. All right.
And I ask Sue if I should grab the pickle or leave it for the others. Because
Sue's gonna look around at the empty.
Veda's going to. Veda's cloak is going to pick it up for you with its billowing.
Yeah, that's.
You'll hear a scream from Gad too. The goat scream.
Are you a goat? Or are you?
I'm a were-goat currently.
Gad, are you okay?
And then it painfully, I'll turn to Farcon and whisper, "Pickle."
Hope, can you go check on the pickle? I think someone's messing with the pickle.
Stu is going to say, "Yeah, this is your way home."
Okay. I have the pickle. It's my pickle. And then with the pickle in one hand and the vial in the other and Sue on my shoulder, my attention immediately goes to the tabaxi. And I will end my turn here. Does the tabaxi feel worried?
Well, you ended your turn, so he's oblivious to you right now. He's kind of staring off into space. Farcon, he was knocked out, you know. Farcon, you're up.
Hope, stay with Gad. I'm gonna go check on the pickle.
Okay.
And I'm gonna run back to the pickle.
All right. When you get back, Veto is standing next to the place on the floor where the pickle was. And you see the pickle in his hand.
You know, Dad's screaming because you're messing with the pickle. Put the pickle down. Put it down.
Am I mad with pickle power?
Yeah, it's... no?
Oh.
No.
Stu's gonna be like, but no, we need the pickle.
The pickle's hurting. It's Gad's pickle.
Gad's pickle?
Yeah, it's Gad's pickle.
Nimnil's pickle.
I think it's
Nimnil called it Gad's pickle.
Shaft of Gad.
He called it Gad's.
Yeah,
the shaft of Gad.
Shaft of Gad. So it's Gad's pickle. Because Gad was holding it, and he dropped it, and he turned into the were thingamabobby and ran off. And I'm guessing when you picked it up, that's when he started screaming, because that's what he's doing.
I thought it was just another one of those goats out there.
No, that's Gad. He turns into a weregoat.
Goatman Gad?
Well, he's been doing that since we've been here. If you've not noticed, that he just turns into a goat man.
What?
Have you not noticed that Gad turns into a goat man?
What? Veto's just gonna stare straight at you. He has conveniently been able to never see him transform.
He's done it a couple of times in front of us.
Upon this, a goat man will re-enter the room.
You're saying you're getting up?
Yep.
What's your movement? Your total movement?
45.
45.
Okay, you can't re-enter the room, but you can get to the head of the path
the main
outside.
Room. Yeah. Well, I thought I was just outside,
We'll follow.
where Ellen Deer was watching. like that main entryway, and then there's the main room. I'm not in the main room, but I'm like in the entryway in my mind.
Right. You can, you
Yes.
can't get all the way in, but you can get.
Yeah.
Yep. And Grog follows. I don't think Grog can get it. Hope, what are you following them?
So what is Farquaad asking? Because he just came in and said pickle.
Elendar, you hanging out under that tree with the book? You see them all march back off towards the workshop.
Actually,
I don't know
I'll try to stay with Elendar.
I mean, Elendar disappeared from you, but you know he's around there somewhere doing Elendar things.
I just stay here.
Okay, cool. Farcon, what are we doing? Are you still going?
No. That's Dad's pickle. It was Nimnil's, but Nimnil died. Dad's been holding it for a while since Nimnil went off and did his Nimnil things. Dad's been holding on to it, and I'm guessing it gives him kind of weird powers or whatever. So, I'm guessing when you picked it up, he started screaming because when we were outside, he was screaming. I'm guessing because you picked up his pickle. So you need to put the pickle down. So then Gad can either give it back to Gad, or put it down and let Gad pick it back up because it's his. Or something like that. I don't know. I don't know magic stuff. I'm not a magic-y person.
There is no magic.
I just like punching stuff. Yes, there is. You do it all the time, you just don't call it magic.
Boris, have you been keeping up? I know I've been doing a lot.
Veto will just sigh and hand out and hold the pickle out the
in my IC party. In my
I'm not touching that
chat.
thing.
If you haven't been keeping up, there's a story there.
You can put it down. I'm not touching that. I don't know where it's been. I'm surprised you even...
It doesn't seem like he wants it, does he?
Like I said, it's magic-y stuff. That's not my expertise.
Also, OOC,
no magic.
I was gripping onto it and I dropped it when Hope shook me, but I was like out of it and then stumbled out of the cave.
He wasn't paying attention at that time.
Okay.
He was holding a box for the bunny. But yeah, he wasn't paying attention.
But I'm just gonna stand there and hold the pickle out for Farquaad to take.
I'm not touching it. Put it down on the ground and let Gad pick it up. I'm not touching that thing. It's creepy.
Sue says this thing is the key out of here. I'm not going to leave it on the ground for it to get lost.
It's not going to get lost if you put it right there and I'm standing right here and watching it. It's not going to get lost.
That's how things get lost.
Not when someone's staring at it and looking at it and making sure it doesn't go anywhere.
Haven't you heard? Watched pot always runs away.
What?
when you're cooking, a watched pot runs away.
Okay.
So, not gonna leave the pickle. It's important. It's the key out of here.
It's the pickle that's affecting him?
Probably. Like I said, it's magic stuff. I don't understand it. All I know is Dad dropped it when Hope took him.
Then maybe Dad doesn't want it. And I'll hold on to it for him.
Well, let's see what Dad wants.
Until he says to me in perfect English that he would like the pickle back to be handed to him.
That is English.
He's a goat. You mean common, silly. Common. Or Sylvan, because I can understand that. But no, Dad, I'll go get Gad and have him take the pickle from you. Okay?
Meta's just gonna stare at Farcon and just hold the pickle still.
I'm gonna go get Gad.
Meta's gonna whisper to himself, pickle cow.
You turn around to see that I'm already on my way in.
Oh, Hi, Gad.
Hello.
Elandir, or whatever his face is. The non-magic guy's got your pickle. And I don't want to touch it. Just, well,
He can have
Nimniel's
it.
pickle. Okay. Never mind. Are you sure?
Oh, I'm certain.
Do you not want to turn back into an elf? Because you're kind of goaty.
I like this form.
Okay. Well, if you want it back, just talk to Vedo. He's got it. I'm gonna go.
Shall we go find a Larcoon?
Yeah,
have
I think
something
that's
to
a good
say
idea.
to him.
I think we definitely should probably get out of here. We've checked hopefully everything. Do we want to get the other goats and take the tabaxi with us? Because there might be someone.
Tabaxi?
Someone might want. Maybe we can find a way to help these goats turn back into regular people.
Gad scoffs and says, "It matters not to me."
Okay.
They would honestly be safer here. They should wait here. The goats and the tabaxi.
Wait, where is Stu saying this from? Where is Stu? Do I hear? Oh, there she is. All right.
Stu is in her rightful place.
What?
Your rightful place is on my shoulder. No one else gets to ride on my shoulder.
I'd crush you if I rode on your shoulder.
So does that end your turn, Farkon?
Greg will ride on your shoulder.
Pickle power.
All right. Let's see. Hope's up.
Did Hope fall asleep?
Hope?
Hope might not be up.
No, I'm awake. Let's see here. Hope is not going to do anything this round, actually.
Elandir needs guidance and help. but you can do
I
nothing if you want.
I could grant that to him, but yeah, I can grant that to him if he needs it or whatever. Whenever
He would have to
comes out of
speak up.
hiding. And we gotta
I can speak up. Yeah. I'll take some guidance.
I give him guidance and I give him the help action. Twice.
All right.
That's all 3 actions.
All right. And that concludes your turn. That brings us to Gad.
Or does it? Gad will walk in, take a look around the scene, as if he's seeing it for the first time. Sigh a little bit, and then lock eyes with, where's Stu?
Okay. Veto's
Stu is
shoulder.
on Veto's shoulder being protected.
The goat man turns to the bunny and says, "You there, rabbit, which way to Larcoon?"
First of all,
yeah, he's oh, hang on, sorry. Probably at the Court of Judgment.
And that is where?
At the Boundary Stone.
I'll be back. I'll go to the restroom again.
Which way?
She points the correct way and says, "That way."
He points. I like that.
Insight. I don't believe that for shit.
Whichever way Stu had pointed, the goatman just turns to leave and is off in that direction.
All right.
She'll tell Veto we should follow him.
I'm following him as well.
Okay, but first, the backseat.
Well, they won't be able to
Also
actually
entering.
open up the way, but
Veto is going to.
Grog is up.
Using my movement.
Grog's ready to leave. But I will come up and direct my goat friends to stay, as Stu had recommended, and then proceed to leave again.
What if your goat wife dies here, and she would have been safe if she followed you?
She's probably still going to follow me, not gonna lie.
Okay, Veto.
What are you okay vetoing me for?
Boris,
I
detach
said
my
it's
goats.
okay.
Detach your goats?
Yeah, detach my goats. I'm telling them to stay here. Whether the white one, listens.
The brown
The
one.
white one is a boy one.
He's the caboose on your love train.
Yeah, hang on. The white one's being difficult. There we are.
Oh, you fell over dead?
No. I just had to copy and delete and paste. All right, there you go.
This one's still gonna follow me, is it?
Goat wife
my
is
gosh.
absolutely ready to mingle.
Her nose is like
Oh my gosh.
right in your backside too. Yeah.
No.
All
Grog's
of
not
a sudden,
okay with
Just
it.
get that butt crack stiff. Sniff it, okay.
Yep. All right. All right. So what's going on, Grog?
Sorry, I went a little bit Barnaby in there. I'm sorry.
Turn off the ground.
Where? Oh yeah, what is it?
What's happening, Grog?
I'm going to leave. I'm leaving.
All right. How far are you going?
To wherever the group is. If there's
All
any
right, there you
group
go.
here, here we go. Yep. That's my turn.
Okay, Ellen, dear.
Still
You've
reading.
Guidance and help, so you're doing investigation rolls.
Yep.
I can't help him as a goat, right? There's no.
You can
feasible-
baw at him.
You could technically do the help action. More, you feel like you're starting to get a handle on the
17.
cipher, Ellen, dear, but you think you just need a little bit more. You passed one, failed two. Or no, you've passed two and failed two. Yes. Okay, you have cracked the cipher effectively, and where is that one? Okay, nope, that's the wrong one.
Elliot would jump up and go, aha, forgetting what he's doing and hopefully scaring the shit out of everyone because they can't see where the fuck he is initially.
All of a sudden, Ellendir just pops up out of the behind a tree where none of you knew he was there. Hope knew he was there, but Farkon and Grog, this completely startles you as he jumps up and yells out, "Aha!"
Oh fuck, dude!
Uh,
Did you figure it out?
Oh, fuck.
I'm guessing.
Ellendir, you've broken the cipher of the ledger. Before you is a list of locations across the Sword Coast where people were being abducted from. There are corresponding delivery destinations. to those different locations on the material plane for transformed goats. There are notes in the margins scrawling things like each mortal with Fey-touched blood weakens the quartz. There's even dates corresponding to the material plane calendar as far as you can tell. Anyway, and those dates, from what you can tell, go back quite far, as in like prior to you even coming to Neverwinter and joining the mercenary, this becoming one of the Seven Seekers. And then, as you had already discerned, older entries in that manifest ledger are stamped with a thorned crown.
What's got the thorn crown on it?
Older entries.
Oh, we already knew that.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm
so
just reiterating that point as I go through.
I got you.
The contents.
At your leisure, go ahead and send me the ledger over to my private.
Yes, I am copying it for you right now, sir.
Oh, I was just kidding.
I'm already on it, sir.
I was like primed up, ready to go. Well, good DM would have wrote a whole fucking ledger, but you know, good on you.
Look at him, actually pretending to be a good DM.
Well, I'm sending you what I just read you. I mean, it's not like I wrote
Oh no, I
pages
want
of
the
ledger.
fucking dates. I want
But there you go.
locations on the Feywild and the Sword Coast.
I can give you more info later, but I didn't. I prepped a lot for a game tonight, and that's what you get for now. All right, so you still technically have one action item left.
Um,
April 1st.
You're also holding that contract, but as I said before, to you, it just appears to be a mundane contract that looks very damning towards Larcoon.
Do we like Larcoon? I forgot.
Yes, we like Larcoon. We don't like Elithris. Right?
What's the difference?
Yeah, Elithris has been trying to kill you.
Yeah, we were in Elithris' domain, and he was a guy that called Larcoon a fool or an idiot or something like that. He does not like Larcoon. So the friend or the enemy of my enemy is my friend. So we like Larcoon.
Checks out.
So Elendil will put everything away in his bag, and he will join the party inquiring. Are we all wrapped up in the workshop?
Yes.
Veto and Stu have still not emerged.
Yeah, we need to gather everyone, otherwise. Is that a cat? Oh no, it's a gad. That says gad. I'm zoomed pretty far out. All right, does someone want to go get Veto, or should I?
We're trying to make our way, but we're not allowed to move. We're frozen in time.
Oh, there is 2 of me. Do that again. There are 4 of me.
Oh, there's a subtle, martial, and artful.
What is happening? I don't know, bro. I have no idea. I just tried to click and drag.
I just wanted to see all these Elendil clones.
It was like fucking Fantasia.
I do want to point out that Gad is now a cat.
What?
Nice.
Yeah.
All right, Elendil, at the risk
You better be ready for pets.
blessing the world with more Elendirs, I'm gonna let Forrest move me back into where Veto and Stu are at. So he is gonna help corral them and take up the rear of the marching order as he usually does.
Rear, huh?
I'm a rear kind of guy. Just throwing that out there.
Whoa.
Oh.
Same.
In turn.
Assuming
Assuming that he sees them walking out.
Yeah. You are standing like 10 feet away from them on the stairs, and now face to face, and it is Stu's turn.
Now that Stu is thinking about the way out, she is going to be like, "Oh, Veto, we should really kind of control Gad. The way to the court, it's kind of about like controlling your emotions and stuff."
That was Gad.
I think so.
Am I in range to hear them, Boris?
You are not.
And we should go now. Or else he might get lost.
Okay. Beto
Gad's
tries to
running
move,
away.
but he finds that it's not his turn. He's unable to.
She will get their turn.
We can. I think you all are we moving out? Is that what's happening?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Everyone except Kurt, who's vanished on us to the bathroom.
Veto wants to stay here, but he is going to listen to Stu and move on as she is urgently reaching out, urgently pressuring him.
Sorry, Veto.
Just there's so many gadgets and things here, and I could really learn something. That water also looks tasty.
All right, so as the whole Gad, are you just continuing to wander off in that direction?
Whichever
right in
way
front of me,
Stu
isn't it?
originally pointed, yes.
So you're just not waiting for the party, you're just rolling off?
Yep.
All right.
Grog is going to follow Gad wherever he goes, just as...
You're just going to wander off without the guide, too?
Listen, Gad followed Grog when it mattered most to him. Grog is following Gad.
Welcome back.
Sorry about that. I am not feeling good.
I'm sorry, bro.
Yeah.
You want me to rub it
If
down?
Gad finds trouble, I guess Grog finds trouble.
Did I miss anything?
But the way
Elandir
Grog
cracked
sees
the
it,
cipher on the
he has
manifest.
a eyepiece because of Gad.
Shut the fuck up, Grog.
To him, the contract just looks like a normal contract. That's very incriminating and damns Larcoon. When you went to hand it off to him originally, though, you did get a sense of a magic error about it. He has not discerned that from it, and he still has that.
2 important spells prepared today in order to figure that out. One spell I don't have is Detect Magic, which will actually help solve the contract issue. And I don't have a move curse prepared, so...
And then the rest of the party is headed out. Basically, everybody is grouped up, but Gad is pushing out into the Feywild wilderness in a direction that Stu pointed to him, and Grog is following Gad. The rest of the party is kind of stopped together on the edge of the wilderness clearing beyond the workshop.
Waiting for Stu to tell us which direction to go.
Oh, Stu, which direction do we supposed to go from here? Do we follow Gad?
I'm assuming yes, unless Boris says otherwise.
This is, let's see, that first thing.
Yes, we have to travel through the Twilight Path.
We're following Gad. Correct.
Yes. Now that Hope's here, she's also going to repeat and say, I think we should really talk to Gad or see what's wrong with him, because this pathway is all about controlling your emotions.
This is a very delicate moment for him, I believe.
This will be a very delicate path for all of us.
He will rub the bridge of her nose, and she will move up. How far is Gad ahead of her?
Let's see. Gad was a good 60 feet ahead of the party and just foraging off, not waiting for anything.
I would try up after him, and I would like to put a hand on his shoulders to stop him.
What happened to Albert?
The screen changed. That's what happened. Gad?
So she's able to reach me?
She ran to catch up to you.
I like shrug off the touch and just keep on going.
Dad, you need to stop for a moment. Your life might be in danger on this path that you're following right now. I know that you're not listening or hearing at the well, at least you are hearing, but probably not wanting to answer either one. But
I can
this
listen
path
fine, winged one. Unhand me.
She will frown at that. What is the matter, Dad?
That doesn't sound like leader talk to me.
The weregoat will scoff at you, say nothing, turn back around, and continue.
She will step in front of him. Dad, I need to understand what is happening right now to you. Or is this even you in here now?
Make a perception check.
Let's see.
I think you're actually looking for insight.
Perception.
Let's see. Where's my...
I mean, whichever one's higher. You can roll either, but the way I envision it is perception.
That's fine. Either one's fine with me. Oh. What do I have messages? Okay. Let me find a table again. The table did some weird shit on me.
It doesn't help that the game table is listed as the game table in 2 different categories. Does it?
It's fine. I found it. Let's see. Perception. Let's see. $19.
Upon looking into the eyes of the weregoat man, you do notice that they are distinctly different than even the normal eyes of weregoat Gad. They have a different look to them.
She will reach out, and she's going to paralyze you with whole person. I need you to move with some saving throw.
Wisdom saving.
Wisdom saving throw.
I fail. 10.
Yep, you do. You are paralyzed. I will yell back to the group. There's something wrong with Gad here. Fucking Evanir, can we please tie him up for me?
Am I still allowed to speak while paralyzed? I just can't move?
Nope. Can't. Well, well, you can a little bit, but not in a way that you can cast spells or whatever. But you can speak like very slowly.
Yeah, tie him up.
You think you're doing?
You're not having this.
DM.
Not here. Not on this path. I don't think so. No. Stu, this is the best way I can do this. This only will not hold him for long, but it is long enough to get him tied up for now. We must hurry on this path so we can move forward. I cannot heal or fix him.
Do you plan to leave him?
No. But I cannot
Would you like
fix
to bring
him
him with you?
Yes.
Stu's gonna hop off from Veto and hop over to Gad.
I cannot fix him at the moment, unfortunately.
We could rest. We could find a place to rest. It would probably be best for all of us.
We could find a place to rest. It would probably be best.
I was enjoying the Dr. Seuss of that, okay?
One fish, two fish, red fish, blue fish.
The Feywilds are actually getting to me.
It's the DM making us rhyme everything.
Is in the nest.
Only Harpoon
Devin,
rhymes.
if
No one rhyme.
If we can do that, I can fix him.
No, you made Jeff's rhyme too.
If you
And
can
the
do
dragons.
that, I can fix him in the morning.
And the dragons, yeah.
Or when we take a long rest. But as of now, I cannot do anything.
Stu will nod. Probably best to sleep here. Well, there are people coming to the workshop, or probably coming to the workshop, so I don't.
Do you know a safe spot that we can rest in, or? Sorry, I'm very cold. You guys, my bad. And I do not know why I'm cold because it is hot over here. So keep in mind.
When you're hot, you're hot.
No, I'm cold.
Hot
I'm
and
hot.
I'm cold. I'm yes and I'm no.
I can lead you somewhere safe.
Yes, please.
To rest.
I would appreciate it.
With that, Bedo's
right.
going
So,
to and try and get you back onto his shoulder without trying to sound
Hope is
too
gonna
desperate.
pick up Stu.
Oh, right.
Who's gonna pick up Stu?
Bedo has a vial of glue and a pickle. Do you want?
I think I'd like to say to Gad before Hope picks her up. She would like to say, "If Hope cannot fix you, then understand that I might be the only way to lead you to Larcoon safely."
I'm paralyzed.
I don't think he's listening. Unfortunately.
He can't talk. You told him he can't talk.
Okay.
No, he can't talk, but it ends after a minute. Like after 4 minutes, the paralyzation is gone. So
Has anyone
we haven't quite crossed that threshold yet, but you all have tied him up. With that, though, Stu will lead the party somewhere safe, and that is where we will end tonight's session. We have a hard stop in just a few minutes for Mr. Allendeer, who's been getting up at 4:30 in the morning. Let's see. Good. Right? Let's see. There were 4 pieces of evidence possible to find. You all did find all 4. I did not think you guys were gonna find the last piece, but then Stu rolled a nat 20, on the perception check. So it was like, all right.
What did she find?
She found in the debris of that magic contraption that was channeling the energy out of the quaddle. She found like a crystal vial, a large vial, like 8 inches, long by like 2 or 3 inches wide.
Oh, you did tell us about that. My bad.
Now
I did rainbow essence inside of it.
So let's see. You all for the 4 items, finding each one was 50 XP each. So that is a total of 200 XP awarded. And then 2 of the 4 you guys have solved, the journal and the ledger, the manifest ledger. So that is 50 XP each for another 100. So that's 300 total. 2 remain unsolved, though you all have not really tried to solve them. That is the vial and the contract. And then
I can't touch the contract until I get the magic when we rest.
Can't touch this.
To be fair,
there were
before we
multiple
left,
forms of analysis that I would have accepted, but you are not incorrect about things that would work. Hope. I'm also going to award an additional 100. You guys nailed the riddles on first tries, basically. Well, Veto nailed one after the psychic shock. That was enjoyable though, and Gad and Hope nailed the chaos answer, real quick. So that's 400 total.
So which one was the So was it air or was it just wind itself?
It was a pattern. It was a pattern. It was an order.
It was an
that
order.
was the icy thread.
Okay.
Yeah. So the I whisper before the storm can wail was air. I drink the sky, yet leave no trail was water. I sleep beneath the
I
mountain tall
see
was
now,
earth,
which earth, and
and
the other was fire, which is death.
yet in death I end
Uh,
me. Yeah. Yeah.
yeah.
And that was a pattern. And Veto did it wrong initially, but he was just like and that by the way was trapped with escalating psychic damage for each of the three. So if on the first one it was 1d6 psychic damage, but that was solved on the first try. Veto messed up the pattern initially, but then while everybody else was having trouble figuring it out, Veto nailed the pattern. So he did take 10 damage, but he didn't get shocked a second time. And then on the third one, had he put something like meaningless in as a sacrifice, it would have been a 3d6 psychic shock. But he stuck his finger in, so Veto's now down his right pinky and his left thumb, I think.
Yes.
From the Feywild.
So at least with that finger that you
Yeah.
lost, those fingers, the last one that you lost at least, you didn't bind that to something or whatever. So you can get that one back at least. I mean, you can get
I
that
don't
one
think so.
going back. You can.
Yeah,
you didn't
no,
put no promise
there's
under that one.
Yeah, no, you can if you have enough money, you can. There's a spell out there that'll remake limbs.
Anyway, and then 100 XP roleplay bonus, so that brings 500 XP for everybody for tonight.
Nice.
Except for Veto, who gets an extra 1,000 XP because he lost 2 fingers in the Feywild.
Yeah!
He gets 1,000.
April Fools. It's April Fools. He does not.
Oh,
Yeah,
I
cuts
was
off
gonna
both of his
say,
hands.
I should say I cut off my fucking entire head. What do I get then? Shit.
He asked me
I did not see that
to
coming.
do that during the session, and it obviously had to wait for the XP tally at the end, right? To get, but he was very much looking forward to the reaction, which I think you gave him, Kurt. So well done. But yeah, so 500 XP for everybody for tonight. Good job. It was a little different, and it was my first time running anything like that, obviously.
You actually
Definitely
did really well for that. But yeah, it could use a little bit of fine tuning, but I think you did well for the first time that it was done.
Some lessons learned about pacing and just managing that kind of thing. But I enjoyed it, and I hope you guys enjoyed the puzzles and the challenge and a little bit of suspense from it. And we'll see where things go next along the Twilight Path after the party rests and hope adjusts her
everybody
spells.
can take a long rest now. Yes.
Of course, can I update my alignment?
Good.
I don't know that it's necessary yet.
Nick, by the way, this is per your
Yep.
request.
What request? No, I'm joking.
Okay.
Every time you say Nick, it's like
I know, it got me for a second.
Yeah, there's
Yeah, that's really good.
Oh, awesome.
Do you have like a drawing pad?
Yeah.
Oh, where'd you
Where's
put
this at? The gallery?
Streaming it.
She's strumming it.
Oh,
Tavern.
sorry, I didn't have that.
That's okay.
What are you streaming?
Some artwork she's doing of Stu the Bunny on Veto's shoulder. I'm sorry, I'm still in DM mode. I'll shut up. You tell your business. And Ellendir, you're dismissed, sir. It's your bedtime.
Yeah, go to bed.
Have a good night. I'll see y'all
Have a
tomorrow.
good night, dude.
Yeah, I'm going to bed too.
Later,
Good
brother.
night.
Night, bro.
Oh, later.
GG.
Peace.
Later.
Hit the wrong button.
And yeah, we will probably handle that rest in IC Party Thread over the next week before next session, so that we can knock out as much business next section as possible.
Yeah, Hope was not having that bullshit. Nah, motherfucker. Winged one? Having that expression? Yeah, nah, we're not having that shit today. We're not having that.
He made it very clear to you right away what was going on, didn't he?
We're not having that shit.
The player Veto knows what's going on, or has a good guess of what's going on.
Oh man.
I'm not even sure for
Boris completely knows. Someone had to take the Nimnil energy, Boris. Someone had to do it.
I guess so.
No, yeah, yeah. It's fine. I got you, motherfucker. It's all good. I am excited for.
It's not going to occur to Veto to. It's not going to occur to Veto to hand the pickle back to Gad.
No, you don't have to worry about that pickle no more. Don't worry about it.
What? Pickle power.
I don't know.
No.
Anyways, with that,
Pickle back to Gad. It would solve the issue.
It would solve the issue, but